froze, my shit ice cold, Trey And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reeds. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze. Bust you down in all the VV. That we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey.
Shit ice cold, Trey.
Froze, my shit ice cold, Trey And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reeds. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze. Bust you down in all the VV. That we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey.
Shit ice cold, Trey.
What's good, family? It's your dog. Listen. I'm rubbing my hands like Birdman, baby. I'm rubbing my hands like Birdman. What's good, family? It's your dog tapping in with y'all, man. Show was a little early today because, my son he got basketball practice. So I was like, you know what? Let me go and do a show right now that I got time instead of having to come back after practice and then have a show at like 10 o'clock at night. You feel me? Want to come tap in with y'all, man. Want to talk about some of the latest rumors that I've heard and a little bit of intel that I have, right? And y'all let me know how y'all feeling. But first, we got to do two things. First thing I got to do is one, I got to drop this link. Boom. So check it. If anybody want to come tap in, just follow the link. Just make sure you got your camera on. Come through. Let's talk some Hawks. Second of all, well, actually, I got to do three things. Second of all, let me pin the link since people say I never do that. So let me pin this link real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Then third is let me salute everybody who tapping in with your dog. You feel me? Salute everybody who tapping in. Let me see who we got in the building this early right now. Salute to the homeboy Dap Lover. Salute to Daniel Berry in the building. Salute to the homeboy Craig. Salute to my guy Cujo. Probably out there cooking up some lamb chops or something. Salute to the homeboy Frank. Hey, sorry, Frank. Tough loss, man. Tough loss last night. But at least y'all made it there. Salute to the homeboy Mo Beezy. Mo Beezy said he heard we taking clinging. We're gonna discuss that, Mo Beezy. Salute to the homeboy Enzo. He said, what you think about DeJounte taking a pick with Kawhi? Ooh, okay now. Salute to the homeboy Raymond in the building. James in the building. Ray said, D, you tripping with these kids. James said, Damon, the NBA needs people watching this draft. They want butts and seats. The Hawks are making it interesting, but you know as well as the Hawks will draft Sar, as they should. As they should. You feel me? Salute to the homie K in the building. You don't want to see me on camera, Damon. I'm hideous. Come on up here, K. This ain't America's Next Top Model. We just talking Hawks. We don't care how you look, dog. I don't care how you look, K. What? Come on up here, man. Don't be scared. Come on up here. This is a place for Hawk fans to come and speak what they want to speak. You feel me? Come speak, say what you want to say. You got to have your camera on, because one thing we not going to do, this ain't going to be like Twitter. This ain't going to be like X, where cats be just running their mouth, hiding behind names and all that mumbo jumbo. Come up here and put your face behind your behind your opinions. What's the old school saying? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Come on up here. They go to link, tap in with your boy, man. Salute to the homie Sholo in the building. That homie Carlos, once again, who always tapped in with the gang. Salute to Carlo. Salute to the homegirl Only. Only said she about to be done with the Hawks. Don't do that, Only. Don't do that. You know what? I say that all the time, and then my black ass be right here watching these damn games. I be saying tons of crap. And guess where my ass be at? I be like, man, F the Hawks. They trash. I'm done. Soon as the game start, soon summer league start, I'll be right here watching the game. What these dudes are gonna do now? So listen. I'm gonna tell you. Listen. We've been through. If you've been following the Hawks for a minute, you've been through way worse time. This ain't nothing. We've been through way worse times than this. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the homeboy James in the building. OG Foot in the building. Y'all see him back there. Foot must still be at work. Who else up in here before we get started? Salute to the homeboy Dre. Salute to Mike. Mike said if we draft Sar, I'm gonna be a big fan of the team. Okay, I like that, Mike. I like you being positive, my guy. I like you being positive. The homeboy Dre. Carl said, I'm done with the Hawks if they draft Klingon at 1. Can't do it no more. Well, let me tell you guys. Let me talk to you real quick. Salute to the homeboy Rail, man. Tough loss, man, but a great season. My homeboy Rail, if y'all don't know, man, my homeboy Rail and King, the CEO of We Talk Mavs. Follow my guy. You want Mavs content, follow my guy Rail. We Talk Mavs. If you want to know the latest on Luka Doncic, We Talk Mavs. You want to know the latest on Kyrie Irving, We Talk Mavs. Holla at my guys. Subscribe to the channel. That's my guy. That's the team. Also, holla at my guy Freezy. Y'all know Freezy. Freezy come up here once in a while. Blowing tears. Nick fan. Follow him. Tap in with him. You feel me? Once again, follow content creators. I'm not going to say that. Support content creators who are actually fans of the team. Okay? Y'all don't ever get, cause I don't know nobody else. Y'all don't ever get tired when people speak on the Hawks and you be like, bruh, you don't even watch the Hawks. You don't even follow the Hawks, but they got you on TV. Yap. They got you on the radio. Yap. And you ain't looked at a whole game all year. Follow content creators who are fans of the team they covering, man. I'm telling you, that's the best. That's the best you gonna get out there. I'm trying to tell y'all, right? Listen, we may not have all the insiders, but I'm saying like this. In my opinion, the difference between what we do or what insiders do is this. Cats just tell them stuff. I mean, hey, if the Hawks want to tap in with your boy and leak information, hey, holla at me. Holla at me. Agents, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Listen. So let's go and get started, family. Let's get started, family. Let's get started. I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, I'm running through my head. Y'all already know me. You already know. You already know that I'm Team SAR. I want SAR at 1. That's what I want. Okay. That's what I want. Okay. I'm all up at 1. And let me know if y'all disagree with me. Let me know if I'm crazy. Okay. At 1, whatever plans you had, whatever fit you looking for, whatever filter you have for players, whatever Hawks DNA and all that stuff you looking for, let me tell you something. When you picking 1 first overall, all that shit go out the window. Okay? All that crap goes straight out the window. I don't care about a fit when you picking first overall. Are you telling me right? Come on, man. Come on. Come on. I don't care about fit. I'm picking first overall. I'm taking the best player out there. I'm taking the best player with the most upside like everybody else does. Why do we have to be different? Obviously, the shit we do don't work. Okay? What we do don't work as an organization. I'm telling you straight up. Started the year 2000. Go look at our draft pick. Just look at the top 5 draft pick. Excuse me. Go look at the top 10 players from 2000. Go look at who we drafted in the top 10. How many? Ain't none of them won nothing with us except Al Horford. Come on, man. And I'm not even go from 2000 and stop at 2017 before you get Trae Young. That's 17 years of what? What you got to show for it? You picked the best player you got. Just won a championship last night with another team. Come on, man. Come on. What are we doing? The last time you picked this high was when you picked 2 overall and you went for fit. You went for somebody who can fit what you're trying to do instead of taking the best player. Salute to everybody who tapping in. Salute to the homeboy Dre. My guy Patrick Edwards in the building. What's good, my G? Salute to the homeboy Blake Newsome in the building. Yo, tap in with Blake, man. Blake be doing that brave shit, man. Listen, the dude be doing the Twitter spaces about the Braves. Young man, very passionate about his Atlanta sports, his Atlanta Braves, his Atlanta Hawks. Passionate. Tap in with that guy if you on Twitter. Also, he got a YouTube channel too. Tap in with him there. Salute my homeboy Ray said, fire hat, bro. We will mess this draft up. Let me tell you something. Let's be real, Hawk fans. Be real with your boy. If we messed it up according to whatever you think it is, say we draft Clingan, you think that's messing it up, right? Are you really going to be surprised? Are you really going to be like, we did what? No way. No, you're not going to do that. You know what you're going to do? You're going to be like this. Same old Hawks. We always fuck it up. That's what you're going to say, right? That's why I'm already getting my mind right. In my head, I don't want Clingan. But in my head, I'm already seeing him on the team because I already know the Hawks. One thing I know about the Hawks, they gonna hawk. Okay? I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Salute to everybody who tapped in. This the hat, man. This the draft hat right here. This the draft hat. If y'all didn't see that, they got it up there. What my guy say? Hold up. No, I ain't seen it on Twitter there, Blake. Tap in with me, man. Let me know what's going on, my guy. Tap in with me, man, on the DM, bro. The draft hat that the Hawks, My son got this for me for Father's Day, right? He got me this one. He got that black one I wore the other day. When you see me with the, I can't find it. Oh, there it go. Hold up. So he got me the draft hat, right? Which this might not make it past the 26. Because if they pick somebody, if they do something stupid, you might see this bad boy on fire somewhere. Okay. You might see me live streaming, burning his hat, doing the show, doing the draft show. Trust me, if we do something crazy. But what y'all like? Y'all like this one better? Y'all like this one? Or y'all like this one? I like this. I ain't even gonna front. I think this is cold, bro. I think the Hawks need to come up with a black and what is it's white, right? Black and white, or this grayish, whatever it is. They need to make some uniforms this color right here. They need to make some uniforms like this. I might get my boy to do a concept uniform. I might order my own Hawk shit. Make my own colorway. But I think this color is so cold with that logo, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all messing with it? Y'all messing with this one? Y'all messing with this one? Or y'all messing with this one? Right? I think this is cold. I ain't even gonna front, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I think this shit is so cold right here, dog. But yeah, let me get back over here. Y'all got me off topic and whatnot, man. Y'all got me off topic. Once again, here's the link. If any fan need to come up here and voice your opinions, your thoughts, listen to me. I don't consider this a podcast, okay? Even though, you know, Matt and Matt and Footer go up here and they'll go for hours, right? I consider this is an interactive fan channel. This is a place where fans of the Atlanta Hawks, you come up here and say what you want to say, man. Say what's on your mind. If you don't like what we doing, come up here and say it. You know what I'm saying? So we can see, we can get a real feel for the fan base. You know what I'm saying? So there's the link. Now let me get to it. Okay. Now, listen to me. Listen to me. People say this. They say that double O on Yeka Konwu should be our starting center. Okay. They say on Yeka Konwu can do this. Konwu can do that. Oh, my bad. I had a message real quick. They say he can do this. He can do that. He does this on defense. Woo, 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 woo. So, chat, listen to me. Listen to me, chat. I'm going to be up here for about, what time is it? 5. I'll be up here for about an hour. I'm going to get off here probably around 7:20 Atlanta time, Blake. I'll be off. I'm probably going to be up here for about 7:20. But, so let's talk. I will come up, but I have a funny speech. Class, listen to me, guys. Listen to me, guys. Listen to me. If you're a Hawks fan, right, come up here and say what you got to say, man. Listen, I don't care if you got a speech impediment. Listen, long as your camera on, okay? Camera on, and, you know, don't come up here saying, like, nothing crazy. Like, don't be saying no racist stuff. Don't be saying no sexist stuff. Don't be saying nothing crazy now. You feel me? But come up here and voice your opinion, dog. Listen, I don't care if you got a speech impediment, bro. Come on up here, dog. Come on up here. We got love for all Hawks fan, man. All Hawks fan. You know, I ain't got no speech impediment, shit, but I got a goddamn height impediment. Shit, I'm only 5'9". I consider that a height impediment. Shit, I want to be goddamn 6'6", 6'7". I'm 5'9". I got a height impediment. Shit, you see, it ain't stopping me. But let me get to what I was saying. Yeah, I read it, Foot. I read the message, Foot. Okay, back to what I was saying. So if you are an Konwu fan, and I might put a poll up, if you're a Yeka Konwu fan and you feel he should be our starting center, right? There is no way Does that make any sense? Think about it. You have Onyeka Okongwu, right? And if anything, hold on, we got the homeboy Blake tapping in, man. What's good there, young Blake? How you doing, my guy? If you are an Onyeka Okongwu fan, okay, does it make sense to draft Clingan at 1 when you got Okongwu? If you're an Okongwu supporter, if you think Okongwu can do all this stuff, oh, he's such great on-ball defending in the interior against Giannis and woo 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 woo, then you shouldn't want Clingan at 1. What's good, Lou? The link up there, dog. Come tap in with me.
Hey, Damon, can you hear me all right?
Like, what's good with you, young homie?
Sorry, I had to back out of my driveway for a second. I probably can't be on here for too long, but I decided, I'll talk to you on the way to my destination of where I'm headed. But yeah, man, like I'm just trying to do anything to get my mind off the Braves right now. So I'm just down to talk Hawks with all of you guys. So yeah.
Shit, this might put you in if you upset with the Braves, this might put you in a deeper depression because ain't shit going on over here.
It's not me depressed with the team. And I'll talk to you in DMs. There's a lot of shit has happened to me over the last week that has changed my life regarding the Braves, and not in a good way.
Okay.
So
okay, we can talk about that offline, my guy. We can talk about that offline.
I was hesitant to come up here at first because there's a lot of people that really do not like me right now, but I'm just trying to make amends with anything I can, and maybe talking about the Hawks is the best.
Man, come on, man, don't worry about that, man. This is open for all Hawk fans, man. This for all. We don't care about none of that stuff, man. We all united over here. Now they might say whatever to your ass on Twitter, but listen, over here, hey, we talking Hawks over here, baby.
Yeah.
And like I'm telling people, if you are a double O fan, you should be like, do not take Clingan at 1. I'm going to tell you what I think, okay? This is what I think. I personally think that the Clingan at 1 rumors are being pushed by the Hawks, okay? I believe that's a smokescreen because I believe they got intel that there's a team that wants Clingan. That's either between 2, 3, maybe 4. Okay. So I'm thinking the Hawks is like, hey, because let me tell y'all something. Y'all do know all the reports you read are being pushed by teams and players' agents. Y'all do know that, right? They push these narratives to get to whatever what they trying to accomplish. I believe the Hawks is like, you know what? Intel's saying that this team picking at 3 or 4 loves Donovan Clingan. We hear teams are trying to move up to either 3 or 4 to get Clingan. So let's push the rumor that we love Clingan, right? Let's push that rumor to get those teams who looking at Clingan nervous. Maybe we can finesse a team out of assets, players, and you know what I'm saying? Maybe we can. Oh, that's Lou. Lou. There goes super producer Lou right there in the building. So I believe this. This is what I believe. Y'all tell me if I'm crazy. If the Hawks stay 1, I believe it's going to be Sarr or Ricochet. If they move out of 1, I believe they're going to go get Clingan, but I also believe they're going to move on from Onyeka Okongwu. Because why would you have Onyeka Okongwu who you drafted 6 overall? You've just invested $17 million per year into this young player for the next 4 years. Why would you? And then you have to walk to that man and explain to him, listen, man, we need you to back up this rookie right here.
Devon, can I answer you on that?
Go ahead, Blake. Go ahead.
I think the strangest thing would be is it sounds like they'd be admitting that they made another mistake, right? Not that Onyeka's been this terrible player for us, but he was drafted in the top 10, number 6 overall, and in his 4 years has barely had chances to start. Maybe should he have had other opportunities in these 4 years, whether Capella's healthy or not, to have the starting position? Absolutely. But in them already extending him, pretty much being a career bench player that you've already used top 10 pick capital on, if you pick another center to trade Onyeka, that's another decision that, regardless if it was a Schlenk decision or a Landry Fields decision, that you messed up in making that pick, keeping him on the bench for all those years, extending him just to trade him away. And it's that same old cycle that you were hinting on a couple minutes ago. Because you did bring up a great point about the smokescreen. I feel like as Hawks fans, we've kind of been burned to really not trust them at all. But when you sit back and think about it, not even talking Hawks here, just simply talking about when a team holds the number 1 pick. Because us as Atlanta fans, we're not very used to that, right? We've been used to being high. We've never had the 1. And this is for NBA, NFL, pretty much any draft other than the major leagues for baseball. How many times do we see the team that's holding the number 1 pick start kind of spewing stuff within the week or two of said pick being made to try to make rumors? We saw it with the Bears the last 2 years in the NFL. We see it pretty much every year. So maybe a little bit of that is happening. You could be right that, someone really likes Klingon and the Hawks are trying to make business with them. I've also heard rumors that Trey really likes Klingon. I don't know how truthful that is. If so, that could be the reason they're going in that direction. But it is a point to remember that smoke screens do happen a lot with who has the number 1 pick. I'm pretty much Team Sar, right? I get it that this draft doesn't have like a Zion Williamson or a Wembanyama like talent. So it's like, of course we win this lottery, right? But for me, it's really just taking a step back and being like, okay, because you brought it up, Damon. Our draft history, the Hawks simply can't develop players really well. Seeing what Jalen Johnson did last year, taking that next step, whether it was Quinn Snyder or not, was a breath of fresh air to be like, oh my God, that was possible. And so us sitting here trying to not take the best overall player at the number 1 spot that needs the least amount of development day 1 just seems like a disaster because of the whole Hawks DNA thing. Because I've seen many times where, like, for example, everyone loved the DeAndre Hunter pick. Hasn't really worked out, regardless of injuries, the extension. Like, that was a top 5 pick, and he's not been who we've needed. He just hasn't. And Cam wasn't, and Onyeka hasn't lived up to that 6 overall pick. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, take the best damn overall player that helps you day 1 that needs the least amount of development. Because your franchise, you're not like the Thunder. You're not like, oh, well, we'll trade Derek Lively, get crapped on for taking Cason Wallace, and we'll develop it into a nice piece because we're a smart franchise. We are not in that position. So you're right. They're probably going to hawk this away if they don't go that route. Sorry for my little.
Oh, no, you good. You good. What's good, Lou? Talk to me.
What's going on? I think
oh, hold up, guy. Hold up. Real quick, if y'all didn't know, the homeboy Lou about to start another Hawks podcast, man. Talk about it real quick, right, Lou, before you get into your talk.
Right here. It's going to be very similar to the one we pioneered before off the new Pack City. We're going to do Hawks centric. There's going to be some history. There's going to be some fashion. There's going to be some dialogue about all sorts, everything that has to do with the Hawks, whether it's breakdowns of plays or whatever. And I'm gonna have I'm gonna host it, but the analysts are going to be one and only Damon and our boy Mike, the OGs, and we'll have guests on. We'll try to get some interviews, and I'm going to try to make it as serious as possible. I have a couple of other podcast endeavors, and I'm just trying to fire on all cylinders. But back to this Hawks talk.
Let's talk, man. Let's talk to me.
Okay, so yesterday we saw the GM come out, and I think the Hawks are trying to bluff somebody.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
I think the Hawks are trying to play a game right now, and I don't know if it's going to win or if it's going to lose, but they are playing a game, and you can tell with the Trey story, the all this stuff. This is a pivotal year for the Atlanta Hawks. This offseason is crazy as to how many different ways this could go. We could end up being a bottom team, or we could end up being in the Eastern Conference Finals. It really depends on what this team and what this GM wants to do. But I think he's playing a game. He has Sar. He's trying to add value. He's trying to add value to several different players. And I think this is the way you approach it. I think this is the way you do it, especially for a franchise that nobody has a history on. Nobody understands exactly what they're going to do. Hell, I don't even think they know yet. So I think all of this is smokescreen. I think what the Hawks want is a young player out of this draft and another asset. I really think if we trade away like a Clint and a Bogey, or a Clint and a Dre, or Clint and DJ, if we trade away these guys and we get draft capital, then we know the direction. If we trade these guys and get pieces, then we know the direction. And so I just think this is it's been fun to wait and see. It's been fun to see people take sides in camps, you know, like the SAR. Everybody was on the SAR camp at first, and now it's like, oh well, shit, what are they doing? But honestly, like we're in a good position, because I do believe whether you get Ricochet or whether you get SAR, these are two better players than you would have gotten if you would have stuck at the 10. So it is what it is.
This is what I'm saying right here, Lou. And salute to my guy Darian in the building, tapping in.
What's up, Darian?
What's up, guys?
This my thing. This my thing right here. Okay. See, fans are caught up in the we want to win. We don't, because we don't want to lose Trae Young, right? Let me tell you something. Okay. I don't remember the last time somebody drafted 1 overall and was a guy they get in that number 1 draft pick led them to
aside Tim Duncan,
the playoffs the following year. Okay,
aside from Tim Duncan, but that was a special case.
Yeah, but he already had a Hall of Famer on the team. He had a Hall of Fame coach. He had a Hall of Fame David Robinson. Come on now, listen to me, right? The reason why I'm trying to get people to get a SAR, right? Or you can make the same argument for Ricochet, is because they have the most upside. Now you could throw a couple other guys in there too. What's the foreign cat name down there in G League Elite?
Matthias. Yeah.
Matthias.
Everybody else's is wholly dependent on if their jump shot comes through. All these people's jump shots, everybody's jump shots needs to be at an NBA level for them to pan out.
Right, but see, this is what I'm saying right here, Luke. This is what I'm saying right here.
Go ahead.
This is what I'm saying right here. Right. If you want the Hawks to win like I do, I already know this. When I look at the Celtics, right? When I look at the top teams in the Eastern Conference, okay, their main players, their winning players, are not rookies. Okay, they are established NBA players.
Can I jump on this for a second?
Okay. Can I jump on? Hold on, let me finish because I don't want to lose my thought. I don't want to lose my thought. You know, I'm getting up there in age.
I'm the same.
We got that old ass college student over there, right there in Juan. But you get the player with the most upside in this draft. The winning part, you address that in free agency.
Yes.
Because guess what? That's where the winning player is going to be at. And the winning players are the player that you're going to go get in free agency. And guess what? Steve Koonin, Landry Fields, this dude said he's going to spend some money.
They say that every year, though.
But that's exactly it. And the Boston thing is an interesting case because we were there 3 years ago. And instead of consolidating our players that we liked, and other people saw that they could perform, and consolidate those into a Kristaps Porzingis and a Drew Holiday, we did not do that. We scattered it out. We doubled down until we just gave away John Collins.
The problem is this, and then I'll shut up, let Juan and Darian talk. The problem is this: we are not a good development organization.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know that right now because
I do because we ain't develop nobody. But watch this though, Lou. Watch this. Let me tell you something. Teams like the Lakers, how many championships they got? 15?
17 now.
Teams like the Celtics, 18. You know what they do?
Yep.
They don't care how much you love the organization. They care, do you produce winning? I mean, do you make winning plays? Mm-hmm. Look at Marcus Smart. He over there running around with all the green hair. Celtic pride, Celtic pride. You know what Celtic said? You can't score the ball. You ain't a real point guard. We got to get you up out of here. Gone. Meanwhile, you know what we do over here? Man, I don't know. We could trade Hunter, man.
Onyeka.
Man, I like Hunter so much.
Exactly.
I love Onyeka Okongwu so much. I don't think we should trade. Man, listen, winning teams don't do that. Look at the Lakers. Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, what's the dude
Randall,
for the
Julius
Randall.
Julius Randall.
They said who available?
Jordan Clarkson.
They said who available? We can get 80. Get them out of here.
Yo, they
I don't care how much.
nice team, though.
What the Lakers say? We don't care what they're gonna be like in the future because we want to win now.
Two things. One on Blake. I don't know if this organization cannot develop because I only have 1 year. And 1 year, I saw Mo Gay get a little better. I saw Seth Lundy go out there and shoot. I saw Vit get better. I saw Jalen Johnson get better. I saw
Kobe improve.
Yeah, I saw us all get better. I saw us have a vision. I saw that they had a vision for the young guys. My thing is,
Lou.
Yes, sir.
No, go ahead, Lou. Sorry, I broke you up.
I was just going to say, I just think that we need to, if we can consolidate Clint, DJ, and maybe Onyeka or maybe Dre, not both, but one of those two, and then Clint and DJ. That's what we're gonna have to use to make our team better, our team fit. That's what we have to do.
Let me tell you this, though, Lou. Let me tell you this. My bad, guys. I know I'm running my mouth.
No, dude.
You gotta look. You have to look at these players, okay? Y'all know, because y'all know I get emotional with this damn team. You gotta look at these players, man. Okay, and ask yourself this: what out of all these players? Who is a championship piece? Listen what I'm saying now.
Can I answer?
They don't have to be the star. A piece. Like, look at this. Al Horford was a piece to the Celtics winning the championship.
Yeah.
I got 4 off the rip. I got 4 off the rip.
Go ahead, Darian, my bad.
Real quick, I got 4 off the rip, and then I'll let Darian go. Double O, Dre, Trey Young. There's a lot of good players on our team. Go ahead.
Nah. You want to go? Juan, go ahead. I'll go after you.
Yeah, man. First and foremost, Damon, bro, I don't know what be going on, why I cannot get the stream when it happens, but I'm subscribed to the channel. I've been subscribed to the channel for like 2 years, bro. And I don't know what be going on. I randomly turn on YouTube and it's like, we live. And I'm like, God damn it, I got to go to bed. I'm out here with these kids at CST in Fort Knox right now. So I just came out of the library. Yeah, I did it for years. I came out the library just now because I was studying. Call me an old ass college student. I was studying. I was like, oh shit, y'all live. So let me jump on right quick. And so, to catch up, man. Let me start off with some tomfoolery. First of all, you got cats in Facebook right now. Preferably Brandon Richardson. I hope he's looking at this live right now. That cat said DeJounte Murray and Trae Young are better than Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I said, all right, bro. I said, I'll leave you on that island by yourself.
I heard that. I heard that from you. Yes.
He said,
Brandon.
He said 8 out of 10 times they're gonna take their lunch. I said, Brandon, you entitled to your opinion, brother. I said, but I'm gonna leave you on that island alone.
Can I just point out the fact that the Boston team has Jalen and Tatum, who they drafted, and then a couple of people on their roster in the backup roles, like Pritchard and that tall white guy. The rest were traded for.
Cornet.
And Hauser. The rest were traded for. The rest were pieces that they identified and said, this will work, and they went and made those trades. That's where we're at right now, and that's the only way that we get back into competition, or we go back into, hey, we're trying to get a team together still.
That goes back to your cheap-ass owner, though.
The big difference between the Celtics, Lakers, and teams like the Hawks is like the Celtics and Lakers have that winning pedigree that starts from the ownership. And so they have seen it before, and they're willing to put in as much as necessary into their product for them to win. And to be fair, like the Lakers haven't been as good as they haven't been that good since their championship run. But Damon makes a point that they have done what they've needed to do to continue cycling pieces in and out to try to at least get there. The Celtics, obviously, they had the patience thing, and they interchanged pieces when necessary, and it all clicked this year. But I think the biggest difference between organizations like them and the Hawks in the current days, like the Celtics ownership will do whatever necessary to help their team win. While the wrestlers and Steve Koonin, for example, who speaks for them a lot, they seem to get in the way, whether it's talking about the luxury tax, whether it's, not wanting to make a certain trade because of a player that isn't Hawks DNA. And you guys spoke about it a couple minutes ago. They didn't do what they needed to do with players like John Collins over the years to try to go get better assets. But on the flip side, we had a player like Kevin Huerter, who they had just recently extended, then flipped and traded for nothing. And so there really hasn't been a direction the last couple of years. And I feel like that's why we've stalled out where we were. And, Luke brought up a great point where, like, winning the lottery gave this team a direction. It was a needle in the haystack. Now we have a direction. They have to do it right from here on out to try to be a winning basketball program quicker than later, because the time is now with a player like Trae Young and DeJounte Murray still being on the roster. So it all comes back to what Damon said, right? The winning is going to be in free agency. You can make who you want with the number one pick. It's not going to turn us into a contender overnight.
Right.
The biggest thing I'm looking at this offseason is what the hell are we going to do with the two exceptions we have? We have them left over from last offseason. We have a mid-level exception in the third apron, and we have the John Collins trade exception that expired next month.
Yep.
If we pocket those two exceptions as a way to make this team better,
somebody don't like John Collins talk.
if we pocket both of those exceptions as a way, like they're basically coupons to make this team better with an ownership that isn't doing all they need, I am going to be furious, because that shows me they're really not that interested in being a contender.
Hey, Blake,
Hey,
one thing.
If I can,
one thing.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Foot. Okay. I'll finish, Foot. One thing to note, though, with the number one pick, we automatically gonna go into the second apron with Clint Capella right there, and so Clint Capella is already being looked at as the number one potential trade candidate right now. So we don't go over the second apron. Like we're worried about the financial obligations instead of going out there and getting a real team. And then football, I'm saying this last point before I move on to you. The way Boston is constructed right now, they are set to run the NBA for the next 2 to 3 years. And right now, hold on,
we did beat them.
My bad.
We did beat them.
The way they are set to run the NBA for the next 2 to 3 years, barring a major injury to one of their core guys, because they're in their window. Jason's about to get the next $300 million contract, so they're finna be paying $600 million to those two dudes right there, and they don't give a damn. All right, they got the new TV deal. They just won the ring, and so more money is going to continue to flow in there, man. The Atlanta Hawks, the way the Boston Celtics right now is like who we're trying to aim to beat, man. And like, I'm not saying model after them, but you're gonna have to do a whole lot to get on the same glide path as them and to beat them 4 times out of 7 times if you match up with them again. Model. All right, Foot. I'm done, Foot.
Yeah, that's fine. Let me go where Juan just left off of. Here's the key part. This is why it be pissing me off. People keep telling we need to build around Trey. We need to build. Boston built a complementary team. They didn't build around Jason Tatum. They got the necessary pieces that fit together to do what they need to do. They was missing a couple pieces. See, people don't look at Porzingis, right? That asset right there changed the whole narrative of their team. This is another reason why I want Sarr. Somebody like that versatility at that height, he can do a lot, right? But again, they're building a team that fit together. While a lot of these folks arguing about damn Trae Young over here. It's not a hate for Trae. You can't say nothing about the dude, without being argued. He is too small, right? He ain't, and you mess around, even though what's the name still don't own the Dallas anymore. Watch they spend money and get another piece.
Mark Cuban. Oh yeah, Mark Cuban. Yeah, they say he don't own him no more, but he's thoroughly inside the basketball operations. He did not give up that. He did not give up his basketball operation rights.
Exactly. And you look at it, right? People are, trying to come back with people who liking Luka. They missing some pieces. So Boston had too much for them to come at them. And they want to clown Luka slowly do that. Let them get another good piece, right? They already built something with your boy there. You know who they drafted last time, right? So again, if you look at this squad, number one, we can't keep running the back. I know Brent talking about, DeJounte and hell no. You cannot run it back. That's why I keep saying You cannot continue to run it. You need to get some size in this place. Because if you still have a 6'1" point guard who people gonna target, no, you can say you can target Luka all day long, right? But his height and size plays a role. Period. Whether you like it or not. So at the end of the day, they need to build a team around a team, not a team around one particular player. Because like you said, when that one player was missing from the offensive side, there's a problem. So again, you got to get pieces that complement each other. Stop looking for this guy, then we're gonna put this. No, get the best prospect. Notice I said prospect, not dude, because nobody played in it. Get the best prospect in this league that with that versatility. You better draft star. I don't care what it is. You better draft star and figure this thing out and put pieces around. I keep telling y'all, if Trae Young is still here, and ain't got nothing to do with Trae Young, so let's get this straight for all the hating ass folks. I'm talking about because we have no assets. What's the quickest way to get assets around here? Trade the most valuable. Again, this ain't nothing against trade. This is reality. We had no picks coming up. We had nothing. So you ain't finna win. No, so you gonna come with running this thing back and don't win it all, or you gonna start something that you get? Because you got
it. First of all, salute my guy Rail. He let us know Cuban has no more say in basketball operations. That's my guy from We Talk Mavs.
But they gonna listen though. That's the thing.
But let me say this. First of all, salute to my guy.
Formerly known.
What up, Maurice? I don't know him as Maurice. I only call him Maurice because I saw him in the chat.
Well, you knew that was
coming. Where you been at, man? All season, where you been at?
I've been coaching, guys. I've landed a college position. So
that's what's up.
Oh, congrats!
Congratulations! Yeah. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
I had to come in and talk to my crew, man. So yeah,
you ain't been tainted by Coach Quinn, have you? Don't listen to Quinn.
Nah. Like, you know what, Damon? I agree 100% with you. I just wanted to come on. Hey, that don't typically happen, but everything you've been saying, hey, everything is. I mean, I hear Matt. I say one thing, Matt. It's about like you've been saying. It's about potential. It's the potential. It's the ceiling. He's talking about stats. It's like, hey, you got to look at the potential of the guy. I mean, he's 19, like you saying. Damon's been saying it. 18, 19 years old.
Just turned 19.
All you guys, majority of all you guys been saying it. So
I'll put this out there too. I don't mind the Hawks going with young players around Trae or whatever direction. I don't mind either young players getting better or get good players that we know are good that will fit and be a team. Like,
exactly, Lou.
The crazy thing is they still have players on their roster from last year that they drafted. They got
young guys. Exactly.
Let me tell y'all something, man.
KCP should be a target.
Let me tell y'all something. And salute to John in the building and Jay in the building. Let me tell y'all something, man. That is the problem with us Hawks fans. We get too caught up in wanting to keep and develop our own players. It has to come to a point to where you look at a player and be like, you know what, bro, you've been here 3 years. You ain't really improved like we thought you would. We really don't have nowhere for you to play. Let's go ahead and package this guy. And like I said, we need to move like championship teams, Celtics, Lakers. They don't mess around with these guys, man. You either chipping in or you're getting
chipping out.
Hey, Damon, hey, who would everyone on the panel move this offseason? Who would everyone on the panel move? Because I got
it all depends.
I got Clint. Clint's number one for me. Clint's number one
for me. It depends on who I'm getting. The level of the player that I'm trading for gonna determine which one in the game got to go.
I don't mind trading Clint right now and then relying on Double O and a young big that's in this top
man,
draft.
Listen,
I don't mind that.
For all NBA players, for a Paul George, Darian, for OG Anunoby, if I got to do a sign and trade, bro, package them up.
I agree.
Clint,
the lateral move.
It is not a lateral move. I'm gonna tell you why, Jay. It's not a lateral move, right?
Why isn't it a lateral move?
Because we know. Let's use OG Anunoby. Now let's use Paul George for example. You know what you're gonna get from Paul George. Yeah. The only thing that you're concerned with is How many games does he play for you in a
Injury.
regular season? But what, Jay? Correct me if I'm wrong. You know you can get 20 to 20
Frozen
on how you use them. You know he's gonna give you. You know he's gonna give you average to above average on ball defending, right?
Right.
He gives you length on
Yep.
the court. He can rebound,
Yep.
right? With guys like and I'm just gonna throw a name out there. Guys like Hunter. You don't know when he go one night Hunter come out here and give you 20, and then the next night he done fouled out the game.
I wasn't saying Paul George is the lateral move. I'm saying OG Anunoby. If you have DeAndre Hunter, is a lateral move. Like,
With who?
I mean,
No.
you can't
You're gonna pay-
move
you're gonna
and
pay
fix this
OG.
team.
OG,
You cannot
OG.
Jay, can I ask you this? You cannot
Yeah,
make
go ahead.
one team. You cannot make one move and fix this team. Like,
Hold on.
You can't,
Hold on.
but
What were you
I'm
about to say?
saying-
We're gonna pay OG what?
I'm saying OG Anunoby's contract is rumored he wants $35 million or more. You're paying DeAndre Hunter 22, and they do the same thing and have the same.
If they do the same thing, how come DeAndre Hunter? Name me one All NBA team defensive team he's been on.
No, but see, DeAndre Hunter isn't gonna
Give me any accolade.
Hang on. DeAndre Hunter's not gonna make an all defensive team because as a defender, he's not a habit creator. He's not a guy that's gonna generate the blocks and the steal stats required. But on the ball, he's still solid. And if you look at the guys, like you look at their averages, you would say OG has higher averages in some areas. But when you actually look at the totals, like Hunter played 7 more games than OG, but played like significantly less minutes on the season than OG did, and had better rebounding numbers. He had better 3-point percentage, better twos. Like y'all talk about.
can we also say Dre gets less
But
calls?
Let me
you
say
know what I
something real
want you to
quick.
look at, Jay? You know what I want you to look at?
What do you want us to look at?
I want you to
The
look at
games.
the Knicks defensive
games.
rating and points per game.
Yeah, but the
When he-
Knicks
listen
have
to
better
me.
defensive players.
Listen
Lamar,
to me now.
let me say
Listen
something.
We also
Lamar, let
say
me
that
say
Dre
something real
gets the
quick.
least
Listen
amount
to
of
me.
calls in the
I want
NBA.
you. I want you
No,
to
but
easily.
you know what's funny about
Easily.
that, Lou? Dre made almost double the amount of free throws that OG took.
Look up the
OG
numbers.
only took 89 free
Jay.
throws.
And
last
Dre
year.
Okay.
gets no
Hey, listen to
calls.
what I'm telling you, Jay.
Dre gets
They're
no
200
calls.
free
Lamar, let me
throws.
say
Look
something
at
real
the
quick.
numbers
Let me say
when
something- let me
OG's
say something
on
real
and
quick,
off
Lamar.
the court compared
Dre
to when
gets
Hunter
no
on
calls.
the court with us.
Dre
Defensive
doesn't
rating
get calls,
and
but he got
points per
200
game.
free throws. That makes
Huh?
no sense.
Hey man, listen for a second.
OG
Listen for a
shot
second.
90.
Jay,
So
I got
who's
something
not
for you.
getting
I got
calls?
see, Jay, you come in here talking about stats, right? Right?
In context of what
But
happens
yeah,
in the game.
but I get that. You sit here talk about stats. You actually watching the game. You watching how
Yeah.
you watching the players that on each team, right? And how they fit.
Right.
So see, that's the problem with some of y'all fans. Y'all just look at the stats, right? On the individual team. If you watch around, as Matt said, if you go look at different teams, you put them on a different team, they look better. You got to look at the context of the player itself and understand the game to understand what's going
I am
on, not
looking at
just
the
stats.
contact of the player. I'm saying to you, for me with OG, he's played around better defensive players with better defensive teammates. Where Dre is the guy on the Hawks. He's the number one guy who has to guard all the guys.
I get that.
So what I'm saying to you on defense, like
you get better players, you get an improved Dre.
For what I'm saying on defense, what separates him and OG isn't the things that they do on the ball. It's just OG is able to generate blocks and steals.
Again, that doesn't separate that. You still not listening to what you're not listening to what I'm saying. You're not you're not really listening to what I'm saying. Hey, Mark, let them know. As a college coach, let them know. Explain what I'm trying to say. Tell them. Break it down.
Okay, Foot. Basically, guys, Foot is right. I mean, whoever's been saying it, I think what I've been looking at it. Everybody's been focusing on stats. You gotta look at the chemistry. Like we have Trae Young, right? It don't look like Trae Young's gonna be moved. So you gotta, what complements Trae better? You know, Trae have the ball, in his hand, most all the time. So if a guy asking for it all the time, that might not be the right fit, even though he might have the stats that you're looking for. You see what I'm saying? So it's about chemistry. You got to figure out what players go well with the other players. It's like a relationship, man. Like you can have the baddest woman, but if that woman is not the best for you,
I agree.
You see what I'm saying?
Now,
so
when
that's why you got to
about
look at it. You see what I'm saying?
Right? Why did OG want to leave Toronto? He wanted a bigger role on offense. And so when you're saying to me, chemistry matters. Like with Dre, he's okay with just standing on the perimeter. and shooting the threes, and he's okay with taking one dribble pull-ups. OG is a guy that wants a bigger offensive role on his next team. Like,
but I don't understand. I don't understand how you saying that.
So all I'm saying, guys, is like,
who else gonna score the point?
From Dre, from what I'd have to pay OG to bring him in, that's not.
Think about the wrong thing, bro. That's not how to look at it.
Not giving me enough back. Like if it's Paul George,
so what would OG look like on the Hawks? Because I think
Darian, listen to me. Walk with me, Darian. Trey.
Is my mic working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put Kobe as the 2 just for now. You could go OG as your small forward, Jalen Johnson as your power forward, and Sar.
But real quick, Damon, you already have a better. If you substituted Dre with OG, you already have better defensive players around Dre there. Easily.
Yep.
So it's kind of like what Jay is saying. It would be a lateral move. I can't say Dre's a bad defender if I have Trae Young and DeJounte Murray constantly having someone
I'm not
past
saying Dre not bad. I'm saying you get more with OG Anunoby than you will with Dre Hunter. Dre Hunter
cost you $15 million more.
That's Dre. How much more do you get? How much more do you?
How much more are you actually getting for $10 million more? Like you're better.
Honestly, you're not getting that much.
Finding a player, like you can get a whole.
I think OG could come here. He'll give a. I think OG will come here and give us 21 points.
OG's not getting 21.
There'll be a
who brings the most energy?
There'll be a start increase.
I ask you guys that. I hear a lot of times, just looking this whole year, I hear a lot of people saying,
hey. But see, that's why we ain't gonna never do shit.
Yo, ask Jason Tatum, ask Luka Doncic,
the same dudes who won 36 games. You don't want to get rid of them.
Demond, I'm not saying I don't want to get rid of them. I'm saying I don't want to get rid of them for OG.
It's time for me to say something now. It's time for me to say something. Cause see, now I just left the Waffle House and I thought I was full again, but I'm full now.
Boy, you stupid.
I'm full
you sound like you calling from a jail phone.
No, well, I'm calling. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm just messing with
you.
We
can hear you.
Okay, well, this is an old sorry microphone I got in this pickup truck. But at any rate, we saw last night the wear down of an inferior team. Matter of fact, Dallas looked just like the Hawks last night. They looked just like the Hawks. Only 2 reliable options on the team that went completely away. Kyrie couldn't hit anything. Luka couldn't hit anything. And you had 3 black holes out there on offense. Your center relying upon people lobbing him the ball because he has no offensive moves. Your power forward, he had a 12-volt battery, one but 3 volts coming out of it. I mean, they looked inadequate. They didn't even look like they needed to even be on the floor with Boston. Coming off a blowout win. Now, how familiar is that to y'all about us? Coming off a blowout win. And the thing about the playoffs, the thing about the finals, you play that same team every time you go out there and play them, so they know exactly what to do to you.
Matchups. That's what it's called.
It's matchups because the thing is that, okay, you might get me game 1. I'm going to switch something up in game 2. I'm going to do what works in game 1 or game 2 and do it in game 3. Now, what you saw was a Boston team that has 6 people that are two-way players. Can play inside, can play outside, can play defense, and can play offense. That makes it very hard to match up against a Boston because of the fact that they can you can't check them for one thing. We've got 3 players on the floor at any given time for the Atlanta Hawks.
They can't do both.
You know the book on them. They can't do both. And just like I've been when we were talking earlier this year, I was saying you got defensive or offensive liabilities on the floor, no matter what five you put out there. We just like a bunch of mismatched puzzle pieces. It might show a ship on the box, but you got the makings of a damn castle in the box. That's what we are. That's what we are. Now, now I don't know whether any of you gentlemen saw it. And Damon, I had sent you a message about me talking to that John Fricky this past Saturday.
I heard
on
you,
the
John.
radio.
What you say,
Now,
John?
now see, now I'm just asking questions. I was just asking him questions.
I need
He
to replay
gonna try
that
to tell me. He gonna try to tell me that Travis Slink didn't get moved because of that because of that DJ move that they made behind his back. He gonna swear me down, and all of us know that there was much coverage on that. Okay, because see, I was trying to tell you because his main thing was okay. What we need to do is just blow the whole team up. Just blow the whole team up. Get a first round draft and blow the whole team. Now that's what he was trying to foster onto the Atlanta public. And there was one man who came before me, ate him up worse than I did. I didn't get a chance to even really talk to him because it was just like I was the host trying to stop him from talking. Because that was young, that ain't the way it goes. Ain't the way. Well, John, because I got to the point and I asked him. I said, well, because see, I brought up the fact about the vice president of pro scouting. That was a after game analyst for the damn Clippers and the Warriors. Yeah, I did. And then he gonna try to tell me, well, he not doing anything. I said, well, why do you have a scouting department, John? Why does the House have a scouting department? Well, Quinn, he's in charge of everything. Quinn, he's gonna be the one to do this, and Quinn gonna be. Excuse me. Why do you need a scouting department if Quinn gonna do all this stuff? And my point was the ineptitude of the whole team. Anybody occupying an office is stupid. That's all it is. You got the kids running the asylum, but you get advisors for the kids instead of the advisors having the job and the kids coming along trying to learn the job. I mean, you guys. I'm listening to all of what you guys are saying about what you should do, who you should get, the type of team that you need, or whatever. But the 800-pound gorilla with a banana sticking out his ass in the room is the fact that you have incompetent, stupid, ignorant folk running this team. And whatever we come up with, us 9 right here, us 8 right here, is going to be worlds better than what these jokers are going to do.
The only thing I can say to that, John, is that there was a lot of confusion when it was switching over, but I can't fully say that they're incompetent just yet.
Why not? I can.
Oh, I don't think they're.
I give you 20 years of incompetency.
I give example 1. Why in the world did you give away 3 first-round draft picks for DeJounte Murray?
There you go.
Turn around.
Number 1.
That was during the confusion. It wasn't a one-man show.
It don't matter. It don't matter. The fact that happened.
John, I got an example too.
Yeah, and I know what you about to say, Darian. Go ahead and speak it. Go ahead and speak it, Darian.
Example 2. Why in God's name did you not use your mid-level exception last year?
They didn't want to pay the tax.
Who cares? It's the mid-level exception.
They didn't have to. We was $9 million under the tax.
It wouldn't have went over the tax.
But also, we had a full roster too, Darian.
Yeah,
so they couldn't even add nobody.
I'll tell you.
Which leads me to example number 3 of mine. That's example
number 3. Give you the other example.
I'm not saying that they're incompetent.
I'm going to
give you the other example that puts the icing on the cake, a candle, and a cherry in the sundae. Why on God's green earth did you give up 5 second-round picks for Sadiq Bey?
Oh man!
But
Sadiq Bey,
yeah. I mean,
they did that because they salary dumped Kevin Huerter, and they thought that John Collins' 3-ball was gonna be there, but they forgot that John was still messed up. So he shot a career low from 3. So then they
traded him
5 picks to go get Sadiq Bey to shoot the three. That's what they did.
And he's even worse.
But
even worse.
giving up 5 second-round picks to get him. Come on, man.
Second round picks.
Come on, man.
I mean, I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
no,
Jay,
sir.
don't do that, Jay. Don't do that, Jay.
All picks matter.
Well,
I
what's
don't
about to
value.
happen is this.
I don't value. But see, there are a lot
I'm
of
gonna tell
guys
you what,
got
but
moved
see,
second
but
round.
Jay,
All draft picks
but
matter.
Jay, this is about to happen though, Jay. Now, this is crazy, man. So Sadiq Bey, everybody knows Sadiq Bey when he was in Detroit, he was looking for a contract, an extension around $20 million per season. That's one of the main reasons Detroit moved him, because they knew they wasn't gonna pay him. He come here.
Yep.
He actually shot. Actually, when he got here for that half a season, he was on fire from 3-8. I think when he joined Atlanta, just his time in Atlanta, I think he was shooting. It was crazy. It had to be
He was making a lot of shots.
47% from 3 overall.
In the playoffs.
What sucks is this. You saw Sadiq Bey. He had an awful year from the corner 3. He was dreadful from the corner 3, right?
Wide open.
But Sadiq Bey said, you know what? Let me show you what else I can do. You noticed that he came back stronger. He had a nice physique when he came back to start the year.
He rebounded well, played solid defense.
Solid defense. But then
I don't know about no solid defense. I don't know about that.
But then
he's not a starter.
That's it.
He blow out the ACL.
Play solid defense.
Remember, the Hawks made him an offer in December. The same time Double O signed his extension, they offered him an extension. He said no. Now what's about to happen is you about to lose Sadiq Bey, because I mean, why would you sign him? He won't even be back until after the All-Star break next year. That's one.
If that.
Right. Two. I mean, ain't nobody gonna trade for him, and then you can't even trade him.
Nope.
Because I gotta remember, I can't. He's restricted.
He's injured.
Yeah. So basically,
he
what
is
you're saying
restricted.
Is worse. So you're saying that worse, right? You gave up 5 second round picks, which again, I'm lower on second round picks than most people on here, right? For a year and a half tryout, to Sadiq Bey, and he tore his ACL, which means if you bring him back, you're going to be able to bring him back at an even lower number, on an even more team-friendly deal, or he walks, and you could just replace him.
Yes,
I think
his money's no longer on the books. So I mean, I don't think that's a point of incompetence. I think more of a point of incompetence would have been like the John Collins trade, and not like when you did that, you basically brought in 3 forwards. I brought this up quite a bit. You had 3 forwards on the roster last year, and it was Sadiq, Hunter, and Jalen Johnson. Two, like, you know, if either one of those guys got hurt, you now have to start the other. And like, you know, the drop off between what you're getting.
Which they did.
Hunter, you lost a lot of them for multiple points of the year.
You lost Hunter and Jalen at the same
time, right? And then the drop off between defense between Hunter and Johnson to Sadiq Bey is pretty large. And then on the center side, when you traded John Collins, the biggest value he gave you was he was your third big. So if Hunter or if Capella or Okongwu was hurt, he just played your backup center. Well, the gap between him as your third big and a guy like Bruno Fernando is the Grand fucking Canyon. So that to me was a bigger problem for the Hawks. Like the front court just simply wasn't deep enough. It just wasn't good. Like, and for most of the year, I challenge you guys to find me 10 games. This is a real thing. Find me 10 games where the Hawks had their top 8 guys playing.
Jay, we'll say this. Jay, we had our top.
That was it. That was it.
Well, no, we had in the first what?
Jay, so y'all gonna blame the season on
we was 8-7.
I'm gonna say this. The roster in the front court just wasn't good enough.
Jay, when in the last fucking 3-4 years have we addressed the front court in depth? When?
Well,
we don't do it. We don't do it.
I'm telling you, when we had
and speaking to incompetence real quick, I'm reading this. The mid-level exception in the NBA allows teams to sign players without affecting their salary cap.
But we talked about how
but you got to be under the cap.
Yeah, you got to be under.
I mean, excuse me, under the luxury tax. You got to be under luxury tax, right? It should say that mid-level.
You were under luxury tax though,
right? It's
Yeah,
right.
so it wouldn't have affected us.
He could have spent up to $8 million last year.
my
But
guy.
remember, Darian, we started the season, and I don't know why he did this. We
Open
started
roster.
the season with a full roster. We had no roster spots available when we started the season. There was none.
They gave Patty
So
Mills.
that's why
and Wes
when
money.
Hunter and Jalen went down at the same time, that's why they couldn't do shit.
Didn't even have a big on the two-way.
We had 12 NBA contracts full. We had all our two-way contracts that we have taken. That's why
you eventually, but Demond, you eventually had a spot.
That's right.
You eventually
We
had a
were
spot because remember you signed Trent Forrest before that deadline.
And that's what I'm trying to say right
But they
there.
let go of Patty Mills to get Trent Forrest on the
That
roster.
showed you right there that the Hawks didn't care about
Jay the new man.
when they had they chose to pick Trent Forrest to
We
give
were
that
the land of
why I
misfit
don't
toys.
know.
Listen, the front office did not put together.
We were the land of
front court.
misfit toys.
I mean, they just didn't. But again,
And then on top of that,
They say Jay the new Matt.
That's disrespect, Jay.
I'm just
Hey, they said Jay look
I'm
like
sitting
Matt.
here
They
agreeing
say
with
they
everybody
look alike.
on the panel. They talking
Hey,
about
hey.
They say they look alike. They do.
and then on top of that, your coach cut the rotation.
He did. He didn't
Your
play the.
coach
But I
cut
mean,
the dogs on the rotation.
But I
Yeah.
told y'all that.
Yeah.
I told you he only played 8 to 9 dudes all year. I told
See
y'all
that?
that.
yeah.
We
But
both
the injuries
were saying
when
it. You were saying it.
The injuries with Quinn Snyder, the injuries, and I hate to say it, I'm gonna say it. Injury was the best thing that happened to Quinn Snyder.
it did because it forced him to play the young guys when they got
Exactly.
back right. Like
The
If I
best
could
thing
say-
that happened to Quinn was when
Yes.
Trey Young got hurt.
And if
well,
I could
Trey
say this,
and
Quinn,
you were playing without Hunter and Johnson.
Yeah,
and you
I
was
said-
playing, and you was playing without
And
double
Okongwu
overtime. How many
basically
games
didn't play the entire
in the second half of the season? He missed
Like
time.
I said,
think
when
he
this
came
It
back
was a
for
lot
3
of
games.
season
Well,
for a lot of guys.
Hey, and then he started. Well, I'm trying to remember when it was he expanded to about 10, 11 players because toward the end of the year he was playing everybody that could suit up.
No,
Well, he didn't have a choice, 'cause all
let
we
me say this
had-
real quick. When Trey went down, and I spoke on this, I said he gonna have to coach now, right?
I
Which
said
he
the
did.
same thing. I
Yeah,
said
we was
the
talking
same
about
thing.
this
What
one.
up,
He
Steve?
actually,
Yeah,
he
you
actually
did say
coached.
that.
He changed his whole the way the offense run, the damn ball move, the people move. There was better defense. He put length out there and Vic. That showed up the defense, right? And I said, hey man, if when Trey come back, he coached the same way, it's gonna tell you everything. No, Trey came back. He went back to coaching the same damn way he was coaching before, instead of keeping what he was doing from a coaching standpoint. He actually coached. I was cool with him then. He's still on that bullshit.
Y'all think we would have been better if JC would have been on
Quinn
the
play
team?
those politics, man.
No, I mean,
You think we would have been better if John Collins was on the team?
Yeah,
Here's my thing.
Obviously, I think they would have been better with John Collins on the team. Not as
well,
a
I don't
starter.
know that. I don't know that because I got to.
I think he would have helped the front court out a lot.
I'm not gonna say system because he
You
ain't
know
no
what's
damn.
crazy, Jay? You know what's crazy? Me and Matt was talking, and word was that Quinn and Landry thought our problems was in the front court.
On defense.
Yes.
I saw that report
That's
too.
what they said. This is just what me and Matt was talking about. This is just a rumor we heard that the backcourt of Trey and Murray, they really wasn't too concerned with. Now, I'm not saying they didn't say that the backcourt didn't have no issues on defense, right? But they're saying the word was they thought the front court played a bigger part in why we was bad defensive team. Now, when you think about
I agree.
No, but in that context, yeah, I mean, it was because again, the fallout between a Sadiq Bey and what you're getting on defense from a Hunter and Johnson is really big. You know what I'm saying? And again, there's nobody playing behind those guys. And Clint and Okongwu are very good defensive players for their position. But if you're playing half the season without Okongwu and he's hurt, and then Clint is gonna miss his games throughout the year, and both of them are going at the same time. Who are you playing? You're playing Bruno Fernando. So when Lou says, would John Collins have helped this team better? Yes, but that having more talent on the roster is always going to help you. I mean, that's just the bottom line. But again,
I'm kind
Like,
of
he's
Foot
not
though.
there.
I think Foot made a good point. Like you can't have Trey and DeJounte out there. You're too small.
You are too small. I mean, but we
too
know
Not,
that.
small.
not
Hold on. Let me say
really.
something real quick.
Not. Don't get me wrong. You know, length does matter when it comes to
Pause.
No,
Pause.
No diddy.
no diddy.
No diddy.
Height. Let me change my words. Height does.
It's Pride Month.
Well, length too. Length too.
I'm not gonna say
Length, girth, size,
That
all that matters.
wingspan.
No
All that
diddy.
matters.
That wingspan.
But I asked you this.
Along with
I
that
asked
height,
you this.
as
When
well
you
as
look
the
at
water
other
quality.
teams with backcourts where both their guards are under 6'4", 6'5", right?
They got big bodies though.
It's a lot of them, though.
Your front court have to be a menace on defense. Okay.
Let me-
Not,
Because
necess-
what
not
you gotta
necessarily.
What Cleveland is.
Not necessarily. man.
Now,
Not necessarily,
now,
man.
let me add GM
Okay.
next. GM,
Okay.
tap in with me, college
see that.
coach. Got old
I can see
college
that.
coach up here.
Nah, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm not a basketball college coach. I just want y'all to know that. I'm a fan. I'm a basketball fan, so I'm a football coach. That's the thing. So I don't want nobody thinking,
Still a coach.
hey, I thought you said you was a basketball coach. So yeah, just it. But anyway, guys, man, y'all just said as far as 8 to 9, as far as his substitution patterns, our coach, he plays 8 to 9. So I'm looking like the front court doesn't have any depth, like y'all are saying. So, I mean, that right there in itself tells you, hey man, get a 7-footer like Sarr who can play, who's versatile. He can play center, power forward. It just pans out, I mean, and I don't understand why people are saying. I meant to ask this: why are people saying that Jalen Johnson is not a good fit for him? I'm confused about that.
What Sarr?
Do anybody know why they're saying that? Like
with Sarr? You're asking with Sarr in particular?
Yeah, with Sarr. Yeah, I don't.
I think it comes down to how you would have to see Sarr. I don't think this you would, for that to work, you would actually have to see Sarr as a center, which from what I've been reading and what I've been hearing with teams and draft experts and all these, they more or less see him as a power forward. And the problem with Jalen Johnson is he can't play the 3.
No, they compare him to Mobley.
Can I say something? Go ahead.
They're comparing him to Mobley. Right?
Let me go next.
Yeah, but Mobley is.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, Marion. Yeah, you've been trying to get in. I'll go after you.
Mobley's about to get moved to the center full time because he's bulked up. The shot never came around for Mobley, so they're trying to get out of the Jared Allen contract and move Mobley to the 5.
I would take a Mobley if that's.
I got you.
They
Mobley
keeping
can play the 5.
word AJ. Word is they my man Donovan Mitchell, he want the Cavs to keep Jared Allen.
Oh well, then hey, they're
That's
going to be
like one of
struggling
his,
to make it work with Mobley then, because
that's one of the reports that that's one of his stipulations. If they want him to sign an extension, he want Jared Allen to stay. Now, don't get me wrong, Jay.
Yeah.
When the season ended, all the reports came out said Jared Allen was available.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, here's one thing though, and this is something that recently I was listening to John and listening to John in his interview, and then I went back and I did some research. When we picked up Quinn, we gave him final say on most personnel decisions. That's because the way he left Utah, why he left Utah was because they were going to start doing some stuff that he didn't really want to do. Quinn wants Klingon. We're going to take Klingon. You just better get your heart ready for it. We're taking Klingon because Quinn wants Klingon.
Man, don't say that.
Quinn wants Klingon. We're going to take Klingon. And we're going to take Klingon first because we're afraid that Memphis is going to move up and try to take him away from us. So get your hearts ready, gird up your loins, whatever you need to do. On draft day, we're probably taking Klingon number 1, and it's a bad move. It's a mistake. But Quinn likes the Gobert drop coverage, big man, oyster tag, Montross.
That's what I was about to say. That's what it remind me of.
He likes that big boy. He likes that big country Montross, oyster tag kind of person to sit in the back and drop defense and work his interior. So when you heard the statement that our front court was the problem, his answer is he wants to get Klingon back there to be his Montross, to be his oyster tag, to be his Gobert, and we're taking the most unathletic, Bad feet having. Sorry, Joker, but he does have offense, so you better find something to like about him. He does have a little offense, and he does play defense. But that's where it's going.
And
That's
if,
where
and
it's going.
if I can add, you finished, Mary? If I can
I'm
add to this, the problem is, y'all like talking about we need a fight. Look, man, with Sar,
Who got
play
the TV
positionless
on?
basketball. Play positionless basketball, right? He had, and that's all we need to do. All this system talk, all this Quinn need to get his player. Miss me with that. Play ball. Yeah, people overcomplicate this thing, man. It's just basketball. Y'all know what I said. That you overcomplicate what's trying to go on. You get you some hoopers and put them together. Get the right hoopers and put them together, and let's hoop. Again, if you look at Boston, what they look like they play. What look like they play? Positionless basketball. You can't tell me that. This is what I've been talking about for the longest. Put some dudes together that fit well together. Stop all. They move the ball. They should. They whatever you call it, Matt. They move. That's the whole point. They move. They don't just sit.
With the defensive mentality.
Matt, the chat said I was you. That's so funny, man.
Yeah. Hold on, John. Let me finish, John. Let me finish, John. So this is the thing you see, Matt.
They give you blessings.
When you talking about Matt, can I finish, bro?
Jay?
Matt, can I finish? But anyway, like I'm saying, you saw a lot of people moving the ball, they kick it out for an open three. They move and they move on offense and they play defense. That's a team. That's a squad.
One last thing. Let me get this in real quick. Because I'm gonna step out for a sec. The other thing, if we do take Klingon, this will be the 5th draft in a row that we have taken a hurt player, a player with a suspect injury.
I told you we draft from the
5th draft in a row. The 5th draft in a row.
Did we do that with Kobe last year?
Hold on, let him finish.
This will be the 5th draft in a row that we take somebody with a suspect injury history. So there you go.
Now let me say something right here. In addition to what Foot is saying, do you know why they can play quote unquote positionless basketball? Because they can both shoot and drive to the basket. We don't have that. And you can't check. And the thing about Boston, 6 players on the roster. 6 players on the roster. 5 on the floor just about at all times. You can't check them for the drive. You can't check them for the post up all the time. You can't check them for the shot. They fake you. They go around you. They laying the ball up. They are a two-way on offense and two-way as far as the philosophy on defense and offense. Boston is unique doing that. Now, the only way you're going to beat a Boston that's able to do that is that you have at least 4 players on the floor that can do that. You can't have no center that's just like Capella. Why did you draft Capella? We drafted him for defense. Well, can he score? Yeah, we can lob to him. How many lobs did Boston throw last night? How many lobs has Boston thrown in the finals? None.
The team throwing lives.
No lob. Those 5 players on the floor can score. They don't need anybody to feed them. They can spread out. They can kill you at the 3-point line. They can kill you at the 2-point, anywhere around in the 2-point area, and then they can kill you under the basket.
They're hoopers. That's why.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, Porzingis is a center. But the man can go out there to the 3-point line and gun your natural eyes out. Then he can drive to the basket and post you up, shoot the shot. That's why last year the most unathletic person in basketball helped his team to win the finals, the Joker. You could time Joker running down the floor with a 12-month calendar. He's not athletic. He barely get up off the ground, but the man looks like Arvydas Sabonis. And I know a lot of y'all ain't seen him, but Arvydas Sabonis used to embarrass people as slow as he was. So what I need on this team, I guess me and Foot on the same road today. Hoopers. People who can play defense. People who can play offense inside and out. People where if you double team them, you're making a big mistake because I can pass it to somebody else that can score the ball, whichever way they need to score it. That's what we do. We sit up here and make people into role players. Every time I hear that word role player, it just makes my stomach hurt because that means, well, you just here to play defense. Well, you just here to block shots. Well, you just no. I need people that are well-rounded. And your scouting department, like all y'all were laughing about when I was talking about Team Africa, because y'all ain't never seen nothing about it, or the African League over there that the NBA is running. Nobody's going over there to see them. You got stars over there. You got people over there that can play in this league right now, but nobody goes over there to see them. Nobody goes to look at them. I'm done for a minute.
I think the beauty though is the Hawks are looking at three guys that all are projected to be good defenders. I mean, well, I don't think I'm not in love. Let me make sure I say this. I said Klingon because I just predicted that, when I first got on the show. I could see it with him. I'm not in love with that at one. I would prefer a trade back, but they don't want to trade back. I can get that because I said, somebody's gonna move to 3 and try to get Donovan Klingon. Even if Houston stays put at 3, I think Klingon would be their pick, just because they want to move Sengun to the 4, and he makes some sense. So for me, it would be between Sar and Ricochet or the G League Ignite. Not Matthias.
No.
Not Matthias.
Ron Holland.
Yeah, because I think all three of those guys. When we talk about swing skills for all three of them, shooting for Sar, a jump shot for Holland, a handle for Ricochet. If all three of those guys hit on their swing skills, they're all three going to be all-star and above level players. So I would be looking at those kind of upside swings because I like the floor. I mean, I'm less in love with Sar's floor than the other two. But I mean, it just, like they said, they want to fit. I mean, shoot, Landry said yesterday, they worked out a bunch of guys. Some guys have blown him out, blown his mind. You know what I'm saying? They have been really impressed the staff. The word on the street is Sar hasn't done that, but they're going to bring some guys in. But I mean, it sounds like they have a bunch of guys in the same tier. And like I said before, if you evaluate all these players, however you're doing it, to evaluate them all to be the same, then okay, pick the guy that fits your team the best. And it sounds like that's what they have on their board. It sounds like that's what they want to do.
Well, let me ask you this, Jay. This we're not really a question. This is just a statement. This is what I'm thinking. Now, this pick right here is going to make or break Landry Fields as a general manager right here. Mm-hmm. Because if the pick is wrong, let's say you take a Klingon. Just going to use Klingon for example. You take Klingon at 1. 2 years down the line, Trae Young asked for a trade. Landry Fields need to be fired. Because if you at least take a Sar or a Ricochet, right? At least you can say you take one of them and it don't pan out. At least you can look at the owner and say, well, you know what? Trae Young asked for a trade, but this is what we still have to work with. We still have a Jalen Johnson. We still have a young up-and-coming guy in a Sar or a Ricochet. We still have pieces to build around, which then you could take a Trae Young and you could move him for whatever type of assets you need to help your new core grow together. With a Klingon, Klingon had to me, this is just my opinion when I watch Klingon play. Like I tell people, if this was 99, he'd probably be the number 1 pick. Him and Zach Edey probably go 1 and 2, as it'll be a no-brainer. But the way that the NBA is played today, John made a good point. There was no big ass, heavy 280, 90-pound guy running up and down that floor in that finals. There wasn't.
It wasn't. Not in this
one. The guys you had out there who was the so-called bigs, Al Horford, he could shoot the basketball at all 3 levels. Yeah. You look on the Mavericks, Derek Lively. He can shoot in the gym, right?
Yeah. He's that rim running archetype of big. Right. I'm gonna say this, right? Because I here's the thing. If we get to next year and Trey's asking out and he has to trade, you have to trade him. It really doesn't matter who you pick, because if you're ownership, you're gonna trade, you're likely gonna clean house. So I mean,
So and that's why I say, Jay. That's why I say you have to take the player with the most upside. Because remember, and this is just the way I'm thinking. Y'all can say I'm crazy or what. For me, the draft, I'm not looking for somebody who's going to change my franchise like next year to where they going to come in and be an MVP candidate type.
Exactly.
I'm not. I'm addressing winning and free agency. The draft for me, this is how I look at it, is my future. That's my future. What if Trey leaves? What if you get rid of Murray? What do you have left? What if Hunter can't give you no more? He is what he is. What if Double O, you trade Double O? Like, I look at the draft as my future, right? Can I build around this guy in the future? With me, with Donovan Clingan, like I said, if this 20 years ago, he'd probably be the #1 overall pick. But right now, you don't see that type of style big being a major impact in the playoffs, right? You got to go Bear, who anchors the defense for the regular season. But what I find funny is when you think about it, the media votes for those defensive player of the year awards, not players.
I agree.
So it's crazy. You see Gobert when people say he a 4-time defensive player of the year, but then NBA players be like, he shouldn't have 3 of those. One should be with Drew Holiday. One because he can't guard what you need to guard when the game is on the line. Well, he tried to take him out.
The only thing I say, I think.
Hey, Damon, you got somebody waiting in the wing. Ain't said nothing.
Oh, my bad. Salute, RT and Steve, tight ass Tony. My bad.
I agree with the shot big for sure, but Brooke Lopez is another.
They gonna sign.
Hey, hold on. Let's see you talk a little bit, man. And RT,
real quick. Hold on, real quick. What Jay was about to say. That's true, but they have Giannis.
They do.
Who's big enough? He can roam the paint.
We have Jalen Johnson that can do that.
Jalen Johnson not big as Giannis. Let's be real here.
I mean, he's 6'10".
He ain't Giannis, Jay. Come on now.
He's
not Giannis, but I'm just
my
saying.
My bad.
You have.
Let's Steve get in.
Steve and RT, what's good with y'all, family?
What's good, man? Until
Steve,
Tony
like
buys
outside,
us some aprons to wear, we ain't gonna win nothing until we spend some money. We can't have one power forward that's developing with nobody behind him. Trae Young with nobody behind him. Hunter with nobody behind him.
I'm glad you said that, Steve.
We got no height at the shooting guard, no explosiveness at the shooting guard. We got no explosiveness at the small forward. We got no height at the center. I mean, we're short and we have no muscle. Tony's got to spend some money. This pick ain't gonna save us, but they selling you on Klingen's championship pedigree to get the average fan to come click that ticket, just like Trae Young. It's gonna be a cash cow for Tony. We ain't trying to win games. We're just trying to sell tickets. Go get you a haircut. Go get you a drink on. Have a good time. Read some analytics so Matt can come in here and preach to us about how it all is working out and all those guys are so great because analytics are killing. We ain't gonna win shit. I don't want to disrespect y'all's comments, but I just had to come on and say that at least once a month. I'm a broken record. I don't want to waste everybody's time. It's some bullshit in this place. I've been here too many years. Probably 40 years of watching the same broken ass record spin.
Same, me too.
Oh yeah, look at this right here.
I understand.
Same here.
Klingen is Concat 2.0.
Y'all see what you say?
Klingen is Concat 2.0. Just go ahead and mark it down. He will be John Contract 2.0, and he'll be broke down, and we'll trade him like Theo Ratliff for somebody's garbage, and hopefully turn it into something good.
Hey man, we're celebrating.
You heard me with this history, bro.
The homeboy Craig said
he's got that championship trophy in the AJC.
4 to his 15. Jay and Matt brothers. Jay and Matt not related,
man.
They look alike. They talk alike too.
Hey, but I'm glad Steve said that. I'm glad Steve said that.
I said something different
because I wanted to show y'all, man. Y'all seen this already, man. Tony
made $12 million today.
Look at all these guys right here. Oh, look at all these teams right here. All of them in the playoffs. All of them, We finished with a worse record than all of them. Boston is your champion. Denver was your champion last year. Miami was in the finals last year. Lakers was in the Western Conference Final the year before. Bucks got a championship. Phoenix, they tried, but they was in the finals a couple years ago. Clippers, they tried. Golden State, we ain't even got to talk about what they got going on. Hey, spend the
It's
money,
a lot
man.
of money to lose, man. They spend a lot of money,
man. You know how much money they probably making right now?
True.
Look at you already know. Look at the TV deal.
Yeah, we know that they make.
I have not seen an NBA team operate in the red since I've been watching basketball.
You won't.
Since Magic Johnson and Larry Bird.
It's shared revenue, bro.
NBA
Shared
team
revenue.
that's operated in the red.
Shared revenue. That's how they work. Shared revenue.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
We're
F money.
staying under
Spend
the
that bread,
tax
man.
to get
Spend
our
it.
profit margin up. It ain't about winning.
Yeah, what's good, RT?
What's good, man?
Ain't nothing much, man. What's up, man? Are you clinging at one? I say clinging at one is just a smoke screen, man. What's your thoughts?
I mean, I'm SAR number one, but I've been watching a lot of Klingon tape, and his passing skills are no joke. Like I think it was some of the playoff games. Like he's throwing half court heaves to the small forward. He's making like somebody's diving to the rim, and he's making a skip pass to the somebody for a layup. So I just wanted to win. At the end of the day, I just want the Hawks to win, at least make the playoffs.
I feel you.
And
Hey,
you know, whether
crazy,
that's SAR,
that's crazy.
and I
That's
mean,
crazy, right? What you just said.
What's
we
that?
just want to make the playoffs.
Exactly.
That's crazy, right?
I mean, at this, and I kind of agree to your point, Damon. Like, I agree to your point, Damon, where it's like we also need to prep for like if something, God forbid, happens to Trey or whoever, we need that guy to kind of staple the team for the next 10 years. So that's my 10 cents. I got to go eat dinner, but I'll try to hop back on in a little bit.
I got a question. I got a quick question. I got a quick question for everybody. All this year I spent.
Hold on,
God damn! All right, go ahead, Matt. You got it.
My brother about to talk.
Matt yawning now. He's talking.
Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead. You got it.
Anyway, look, we going with Big Za. We going with Big Za. We going with Ricochet, number one overall. I think that's very clear. We going for best fit, best shooter, highest IQ, man. Best defender. I mean, he's just the most amenable guy that's up there at the top of the draft. You talk about Klingon has injury concerns. He hasn't played more than I think 25 minutes all season. SAR, good defender, very, very raw offensively. And I think Ricochet is the best of both worlds. He's a ready-made offensive player plus defender at a pro league, in a pro league at 18. He's the perfect blend of what you're looking for now and in future. And I thought it was very key that Landry, I wrote that he said fit like 16 times yesterday. We're looking for the best fit. We're looking for the best fit. You know what I'm saying?
On what roster, though? What roster? Are they going to make any other free agent moves, trades? What's up?
What are they trying to fit? What trying to fit?
I don't know how they fit. I mean, I think all these guys in a way fit. I think SAR fits less than.
We need everything except point guard. They all fit.
I agree.
Now I got a question. Those of you in the Atlanta Hawks home court and the other Hawks group, have you seen the picture that I posted of Wembanyama last year and Wembanyama this year?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see the difference in that man?
Mm-hmm.
Hawks, Atlanta Hawks, from Trey Young all the way to the Water Boy. What y'all gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
What y'all gonna do?
Yeah.
That's what now see. Whatever collection of Hawks you bring back this year, every last one of them need to get in the doggone gym, get in the weight room, and put some pounds the Waffle House. I got a ticket where you can come in here and eat all you damn want to in here.
Don't tell that to Clinton. He's already big enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody except Klinger. Everybody except Klinger. But what I'm saying is that, look, and I keep Foot, don't I always tell him, you in the freaking Eastern Conference, man. This is the meat grinder. This is just like EuroLeague ball. We beat people up on this side of the Mississippi. We beat folk up. Now, how in the world, and Matt, I'm still looking for them 15 pounds that Trae Young put on that you said he put on a couple of years
ago. I've got a question for everybody, right? So I've heard that this is the new age NBA, right? That's what I've been hearing from a lot of people, including Matt. Things change. It's not the old days, as Matt said, right? So here's my question. So it's not the old days. The center position is different. This is what I heard on here, on Twitter, on Facebook. So what baffles me is a lot of people, and I got receipts. They've been talking about we need a new age center, right? But now they want Klingon. I just don't get it. It doesn't register. See, y'all move like the wind, whichever the way the wind blows, right? And again, so you want a Klingon, but you won't get rid of Clint. No. Klingon may be a little bit better than certain things because he's old, because Clint old now. But again, I kept hearing the what you said, what you said, Matt? What you call the center? The new age center?
No. Hey, Foot, what they always be telling me? What they always be telling me?
Same thing.
John, you can't play ball like that no more.
Exactly. And that's my whole point. That's my point.
I'm looking at that.
That's my whole point. So this new age guy that's coming out, and now you're against him for Klingon. So make it make sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, Foot, I want to ask. Can I ask for the guys who are looking for those type of guys? I mean, for Klingon. What's his name? Klingon.
I mean, I don't want him.
Klingon, whatever.
What is his comparison? I know people don't like to give comparison.
Rudy Gobert.
Okay.
No, I don't want that.
For the first pick of the draft.
Rudy Gobert not as long, and he has he already has football, which for a 7'4" or 7'2" center with football, we all know how that turns out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thought I had to get out of the truck. B came in here,
but he's stupid. Yeah, see, like I said, Maurice, that's my problem. You see how this wind keep blowing? Now, no, this is not sorry, but I thought that's what y'all wanted though.
I believe.
Hold on, here we go. The modern NBA. That's what we told when we John.
I believe it's a smoke screen anyway.
I do too.
That's what I think. That's what I definitely think.
I believe that's a smoke screen, and I believe him saying that they're not trading down. That's a smoke screen too. Why the hell would you say?
I think they're trading down. I think they're trading down. They're looking to trade down.
They're not trading down. They're not trading down.
They're gonna take.
Well, I got
you don't come out and say in the interview we're not trading down.
But he's been saying that. He's been saying that since they got the pick. I mean, he was just kind of doubling down because somebody asked him the question. It wasn't like he said.
No, he said today. He said today.
He said we looked at it. They just don't like what I got.
They're not getting our offers.
He said today. We're not trading down today.
Whatever they were going to get for it,
they're not going. Listen.
It's just not. It's not worth the number one pick to them.
It's not. The Klingon stuff is just a smoke screen, man. They trying to.
Why is anybody? Excuse me. Go ahead, Damon. I'm sorry.
I know. I was gonna say they just trying to see, is there a sucker out there who like Klingon so much they willing to give up whatever type of assets the Hawks are looking at for said team to move up. Ain't no team moving up for Klingon, right? The draft, and that's why you're not going to see a lot of movement within the lottery because a lot of teams believe that they can get who they want where they're at. Now, you might have teams outside the lottery move in, maybe a 5 to 10. Nobody's going up 1 through 4. Okay, that's outside the lottery. Now, you may see a team like a Memphis move up, try to get that Houston pick to try to get Klingon. But
9 to 3.
Say again?
They go from 9 to 3.
Yeah.
Or Oklahoma City could move up too.
Your problem is this.
Well, now
Go ahead,
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Excuse me, Vaughn. I'm gonna say this. Why are we paying any attention to what anybody is saying prior to the draft?
We never had the first pick. I agree, John.
Because it's fun.
Well,
That's it.
okay, wait a minute. For two reasons. Number one, it's a smoke screen. Number two, the person trying to put out the smoke screen doesn't know whether he putting out a smoke screen or not because he don't know what the hell he's doing.
I think.
But why are we even smoke? Why are we even smoke screening? Why are we even smoke screening?
Listen, I'm not a Landry Fields fan, but I think Landry did pretty good at that press conference.
He said he's gonna be making the pick, but what
yes,
else?
that's all he's good for. That's all he's good for.
Landry, you got the first pick. Stop playing around.
Hey, Landry's not making that pick. Quinn's not making. The owner is going to make the pick.
Well, the owner. Thank you, Foot. Owner. You paid for the first pick.
That's not what Landry Fields said. That's not what
I heard what
Landry
said.
said.
The owner's going to have to sign off that pick.
I heard what he said. I heard what he said, Matt. He definitely said that they kept pressing.
He said he told Tony what it is.
He said, "I got it." He said, "I'm the one running this
Tony gonna say yes or
thing."
no. Tony gonna say yes or no.
That's right.
He's not gonna say.
And he got he got permission to say that from the owner. When you go out there, tell him you're running it, but you know what the deal is.
We know what it is. At the end of the day, it's about the owners. Owners sign off on all the track. They're gonna agree to it or not. That's all. That's how it works.
The guy who signed the pick is gonna get to say so.
Exactly.
That other thing.
Well, it's a good. I will say it's a good thing we got video, John. No, I was saying it's a good. If the owner gonna sign off on it, it's a good thing we got video evidence of Tony and Paris to see Zachary in December.
No, I mean, Matt, for
who's the only player playing?
Let me say something. You know what?
Real quick. Hey, gang. Hey, I'm about to roll. I gotta take my son to
basketball. Not in December.
I gotta take my son to basketball practice, guys. So I'm out. Y'all stay up. Salute to everybody who tapped in. Matt and Foot, they gonna run it.
Hey, Demond, you still coaching, Demond?
What? I'm coaching rec. This is AAU basketball.
Okay, gotcha.
I ain't coaching the hell no, man. Did I tell you when I had to go to I was in San Antonio last weekend for the games.
Mm-hmm.
Man, listen, bro. Ain't no way. You couldn't pay me to be a coach at AAU. You couldn't pay me to be a referee at AAU. Ain't no way.
Them parents are the
lady ran out, bro. The first game, the coach of the other team, he tried to fight one of the refs during the game.
Hey, Demond, I filmed some of those AAU games. I get it too, man.
Bruh. Then the second game we had, one of the kids' mom ran on the court, bro, got the baby in the arm like this.
It's wild.
By the time she got finished cursing, the baby head is right here, and he just hanging because she too busy cursing out one of the other. I'm like, man, they're too much for me, dog. I'm not pushing that nonsense because them parents will be mad at me because I'm gonna keep it real. Like, listen, your son trash. He ain't gonna play. I'm sorry. Go find a new team. That's what I would be doing. But hey, I'm just a dad on the sideline. But I gotta take him to practice. Yep, I gotta get ready to roll. So salute to everybody who tapped in, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button for your boy. I'm out. And Matt and hey, let's not go 5 hours. Y'all know I tapped back in. Y'all, I was like, they still talking? Yeah. You and Matt. I'm like, God.
It's an exciting time to be a hockey fan.
You know, Matt was on that BS. I like messing with Matt.
Matt, you muted, Matt.
You muted, Matt. I like trolling Matt. He go for it every time.
Look, I click back on. I'm cleaning the kitchen. I said, they still on? I click you and Matt going at it. I'm like, boy,
it's entertaining. It's entertainment, man. Entertainment.
I'm gonna tap in with y'all, man. I'm out. Peace.
Oh, I'll be out too. Not now, but yeah. Matt, you still mute, bro. In case you don't know, you still on mute. I think who was saying something?
Hello.
Yeah, John.
Hello. Oh,
yeah,
okay. I don't know what happened.
No. Yes. Somebody was saying something. Who was saying something? Jake Maurice, somebody was talking about
I don't
something.
know. I think we were talking about Landry, how he's gonna say he's
Oh,
making
okay.
a pick, and all that kind of weirdness. I mean, look, we're gonna get a good player at one, man. I don't think it. I don't buy it.
Mark, hold on, Maurice, you
He
was
is
out.
making a pick.
You out? That's what you.
For sure.
Oh, you want to talk? I thought
Oh
you said.
no, I was just saying, like, if you got the number, fellas, we didn't suppose look at it this way, people. We didn't supposed to have the number 1 pick. We played in the play-in, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
So the thing is, I know everybody's saying get this guy there. Now I will admit the guy who's the center who's at number 10 or something like that. Guys, I don't know the names. I haven't been really looking at it too well. I mean, he's pretty good. I heard Matt mention his name, but
where?
I don't know if he played for. Yeah, that's the guy. But we're not 10, so we gotta get just take the number 1. Because what I noticed, and this is what Damon said, since the Hawks got that number 1 pick, I've seen mock drafts change. So like I just go and kind of look at them here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, so what are they trying to? I mean, like I thought Sarr was the number 1 pick in the mock all his time, and now everybody's kind of saying
you know
this
how
and
it is.
saying that.
That's how it works, man.
So I'm like, hey, Hawks, do not get finessed. The fans out here, man, don't let them trick you. Like, if Sarr is not the best player, he don't comes out to be what we want. I still think that is the right pick for us.
Yeah,
because like Foot's been saying, he's versatile, and that's what you want now. You know, you want versatile players. You know, you want players who can play both positions. You know, just in case of injuries, what we're kind of accustomed to having in Atlanta.
Yeah, we have a lot of banged up.
We're accustomed to having the injuries. Like it's, I mean, I'm not making it up. It happens all the time, especially in the front court. You know, so
well look, hey, now Maurice, I'm gonna ask you something. I'm gonna ask you something about that part. Now, what do you think? Now, see, the Hawks, the best thing that could have happened to the Hawks for this upcoming year is for us to get the number 1 pick. What do you think would have happened if we didn't have the number 1 pick this year? We wouldn't have a pick, right? We wouldn't have a pick at all, would we?
We would have been
like
13, John.
No less than 10 or 10 or 13 or 13. What's the?
We could have fell back all the way to 13, but the odds were most likely that we were going to be at 10.
Okay.
Now, now the DeJounte Murray first round picks kick in next year, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So we just had this 1 year with a first round pick, and then we head out into the sea with nothing.
Yes.
For
basically.
3 freaking years.
Potentially. We could get one for
now, Maurice, now this is what I wanted to run by you. Now, what do you think Landry Fields would have done as far as drafting someone without that number 1 overall pick and really had to go to work?
He would have probably traded some of the players for draft picks. And now, that's a great point you mentioned.
Traded more draft picks for a draft pick.
Exactly.
Yeah. So see now, that's my point. He got off real lucky this time because you don't have any first round draft picks for the next 3 years. You don't have any second round draft picks for the next 5 years. So you, not ever having done this job before, with a bunch of people around you that's never done this job before.
Well,
don't dip in the well. Don't dip in the well. It's already deep enough now.
John,
and see on top of that, now Matt, I'm gonna say this, Matt. Let me say this. You got him, Rustler, Kyle Korver, and about 2 advisors that are advising them as to what it is that they're going to do.
Don't forget about the scouting dude. Don't forget about the scouting dude.
And a scouting department that, I wouldn't put on the Girl Scouts. advising, trying to find talent.
Oh dear.
Where you be
These are the
thinking
people,
this stuff from,
and
Josh?
these are the people that you are going to try to build a championship roster with. That's my point. That's my point. We screwed up from the
Well,
floor.
I mean, John. I mean, I would say last year, John. I would say last year they drafted
Hey,
pretty
wait a
well.
minute,
Most
wait a
people
minute.
would
Man,
agree
you
last year
calling
was a
my
pretty
first
good
name
draft
too
with the
doggone
same
much.
people.
But Matt, what
Calling
we
my
talking
first
about?
name too
We
much,
got the
man.
draft,
That's
but
an
what about free
automatic
agency?
warning right
Free
there.
agency.
He trying to create time. He trying to create some time, huh?
Yeah, Matt, what about free agency? You talking about draft?
No, that's
last
not
year.
what he said. He said the
agency?
draft.
No. Okay,
No,
well let's add
I'm
it.
talking
Let's
about
add
the
free
whole
agency.
shebang.
Whole thing.
I'm talking about the whole
That's
shebang.
what
We
I
didn't have
heard.
any money.
Yes, we do. We didn't spend it. We had a trade exception too.
We didn't have no money. What you want him to do?
Oh, boy, stop.
Trade
Boy,
exception.
stop.
We got money.
Boy, stop.
What money? What money?
Guess what? Money that we didn't spend and the trade exception. What's the problem? The trade exception.
First
So
of all, the trade exception is very.
trade exception out of money.
The trade exception.
Wait a minute.
The trade exception is very rarely ever used.
I don't care about rarely.
It's
We
very
had it.
rarely
You
used,
said we
especially
had money.
that high of
We do have
an
that.
exception.
We had it.
Whoa,
Though,
whoa,
man.
whoa.
We had it.
I mean, we still have it. We still
right,
have
then.
it.
We in a position where we needed to use
We
it?
still have it. Present tense. We still have it.
Doesn't matter. It wasn't used. You said we had money. Yes, we did.
Man, that's just like having a gun on your hip. If you're not gonna
We didn't.
shoot
That's
it,
not. You can't. You go out and buy a free agent with that money.
No, you can't get a free agent, but you can trade for people. That's true.
But you act like that's something that we could go to the store and buy and spend. You can't. You have to use it in particular. You have to use it in a particular way.
Matt,
You can't just go out and
Matt,
I want you.
Matt,
Come over
we
here.
understand
and I'll buy
that,
you
Matt.
with this trade exception.
We
That's not how
understand that.
works.
We understand it. You said we didn't have anything. That was the whole point. We did.
So what are you talking about then?
We had. You said we had no money.
We don't. We
All right,
don't.
man.
In
All
all
right,
the time,
all
we
right.
don't
Hey,
have any.
let me ask you something.
We didn't
Cool.
have any money.
Let me ask you something. Could we go into the tax?
We can,
Is
but
it-
we're not going to.
I understand exactly. There's no. Were we
Yeah,
limited?
we're limited.
Were we held back? Hey, was it anything stopping us from spending more money? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Now, see, what's the
The
plan
owner-
foot?
the
What's the
owner-
plan foot if you're
yeah.
going into the tax?
What? No,
Makes
no,
sense.
no,
So I'm
no,
asking- I'm
no.
asking a
I'm
question.
with you too.
Hey,
no,
Maurice,
I'm with you.
Well,
He
I
said
don't
that
believe
we
y'all.
had no money.
That's their job
don't
to
have no
figure that
plan.
out as to
Well,
where
but
this team is supposed
That's
to be
why I'm
going.
worried.
The only thing,
There,
We don't have
there
a
you go.
plan.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly
Here's the
what I'm
thing,
talking
though.
about.
Yeah.
Where's
that-
the vision? You're right, Maurice. You are.
I mean,
100%
how do you know?
Where is the vision?
I'm just saying it's a
What
lot
are
of
you
it's a
trying
lot
to
of
make?
assumptions.
What are
It's a
you
lot of
trying to-
assumptions.
Where's the vision?
John,
How
this
you
is
know
what
they
I
don't have-
say, right? This is what I say. When the Hawks went to
How
the
you know they don't have
conference
one?
when the Hawks
Oh,
went to the
we're not saying that.
Well, when we went to the conference final the offseason before that, I thought Tony Ressler was willing to cut the check. I think coming back into the season after he paid everybody and they ran back the same team that went to the conference finals and they were a playing team, it at that point it didn't make sense to go and pay the luxury tax for a team that wasn't good. And I think that is it's kind of like the chicken or the egg. You have to spend money to be good, but you have to have good players to spend on to pay the luxury tax. And so I think it's kind of a hamster wheel. So I think at this point, I think Tony has kind of learned the mistake. We'll see, right? That you can't just be cheap. You can't move John Collins and try to save a penny, and then you have last year's roster that has no depth. So I mean, we'll see if he spends the money, but it's kind of hard to sit there and be like, we're going to pay all this money in luxury tax. And again, if you go over luxury tax, you don't get the revenue share. They dropped a little screenshot today about how he made $12 million just from teams being over the cap. So it's like, you want me now to not make any revenue sharing from the tax pot and spend money on a roster that's like 6th, 5th in the East, play in. That's a tough sell. That's all I'm saying.
And if I can add to what you just, let me say this real quick, Darren. Let me say this real quick.
You put yourself in that situation. You can't sit here and tell me you're not going to spend money if you're the one that fucked up the roster.
Well, Darren, I got something for that.
Yeah.
And I'm agreeing with what Jay said because even with the money, yes, but what you spending it on, right? And see, that's where the front office, and I think you're right. I think Tony may have learned his lesson because I won't spend no money on the trash we got. What you gonna add to it? You can go get this guy. This roster as built ain't it. That's why you need significant changes across this roster. Stop running stuff back. Stop running stuff. That Sadiq Bey thing. That was trash.
That was just
You
to say
shouldn't have never brought DJ here with Trey. They're too small.
Pause right there. Because hey, that somebody mentioned, when we said something about the vision, like John was saying, that the people are not dumb. So when we see that, when you get rid of somebody help me out, the guy with the red velvet. When you get rid of red velvet, and then now you're scratching and clawing to get, our guy that we have here now.
Yes.
From Detroit. So y'all help me out. So now all of us are seeing like what's going on. So that in my when I see that lets me know that okay, dang, do we have a vision? Do we know what our next step is before we even make it? You see what I'm saying? Like it doesn't look like they have that plan.
It feels like they've tried.
That's why people are saying.
We too deep into the situation right now. We too deep in the situation. Now they're trying. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let me get along.
But at the same time, I think it's
they're making a correction now. Right, they're trying to make a correction of the mistakes that they made. Right, that's why I was hitting to. They're trying to make, and we're too deep into it. This is why I keep saying, I don't hate you. Might right now, you keep Trey. You ain't got no assets. You gonna got the number 1 pick. We already gonna be even before the number 1 pick. We was going over the tax and we was going over the cap anyway. Right, and then our roster wasn't gonna be full. So what are you going? We're not winning next year without making major change. That's why I said trade. Because he already told you he tired of losing. That means, AKA, I'm gonna be asking out. I'm gonna be opting out, right?
Yeah, that happens, and we're messed
and
up.
See, that ain't. And people call me a trade hater because of that. No, I ain't no trade hater. I'm being realistic. I'm looking for now and the future. So right now, we can win again. Like I don't hate Trey. Trey is a phenomenal offensive player. We knew he was a defensive player. The front office messed up. Let's keep it 100. The front office messed up. So when you get to that point, we got to fix it. The only way to fix it ain't no turning back. He finna be out. He don't told y'all he finna be up out of here.
Yeah,
that's what I keep saying.
For me, that's operating under fear.
Let me get this in, Matt.
Operating out of fear. I'm not doing that.
Let me get this in, Matt. Let me get this in real quick. And Maurice, you made a good point. But what we need to understand was that there was a change in the regime change. The hostile takeover. When they put Travis out, you had a hostile takeover right there, and Landry started his team. Landry doesn't have a vision. So what do? They go out and get Quinn. Quinn has final say.
It's not true.
Well, not final say, but he has influence.
A lot of pull, yes.
He has strong influence, but really it's final say on all the moves that we make. Mm. That's where we are right now. Because Landry is green, Quinn had, and I put the link in the chat already, Matt, while you're shaking your head. You can go and check it out. Quinn has final say on our decisions because he has more experience.
He doesn't.
Than Landry. If you were an incoming coach,
he doesn't have final say.
You wouldn't
let him talk, man.
You wouldn't trust the first-time GM to make your decisions. And that's what that's where Quinn is. He's not trusting a first-time rookie GM to make all the decisions where he has the coach.
Yeah, if you bring in this support, Mayor, just to back him up, Matt, what Mayor saying, you're bringing in other people. Like they calling it official titles, but it's support. They don't want to tell you this. Those guys are trying to support him.
Yeah,
they're there to support.
Well, I mean,
add something to that. They're paying Quinn. Quinn ain't coming here without no power. Look what they're paying Quinn $8 million a year.
He has
$8 million.
He does have some.
That ain't no lack of power. If you paying a guy $8 million,
he does have some power.
He got a lot to say.
I wasn't finished. Let me just say this real quick.
He does not have final say.
Let me say this real quick.
Hey, Marion, what did that man say Saturday? What did that man say Saturday?
He said Quinn has the final say. He said it was Quinn's choice.
Yeah. Who said that?
And you asked him why don't
Who said that?
Why does he need scouts? He couldn't answer, but he said Quinn has the final say. Quinn does it all, and that's what it comes down to.
Who said that?
Now,
but here's the thing,
just real quick. Let me just say this, and I'll let you talk real quick. I'm old school. There was a guy you might not heard of, Matt. His name was the Big Tuna. And one day, the Big Tuna said, "If I'm the coach, I should be able to go out and get the groceries."
Yep.
And that's the same thing we're seeing with Quinn right now. Picking his groceries.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we got a figurehead in Landry.
So I disagree that he has final say. I do not believe he has final say. He even said he doesn't have final say. He does not have final say. Yeah, does he have a voice? Yeah, sure. Of course he has a voice because he got to coach the team. But
Matt, are you in the front office? Yes or no? Are you in the front office?
I'm telling you what he said. He said out of his own mouth. He said out of his own mouth. It's disrespectful to Landry to say he don't have final say. He said out of his own mouth he don't have final say. So unless you're gonna call him a liar, I'm not. So
I don't know if he has final say or not.
Respectful, but he has a strong voice. He said that he said he has influence.
Yeah, he has a voice.
What people say is it's not just influence.
Yes, he has
it's
influence.
Let me talk, Matt. God dog, bro.
Not just influence, it's significant influence, which equates to the final say.
That man didn't come to this regular organization.
He does not have final say. He does not have final say.
I
don't think he has Tony has final say. Tony has final say.
Thank you for Tony has final say.
But Quinn.
Hey Matt, would you come if you were Quinn? Would you have came to the organization if they look kind of like in shambles a little bit, like if it was your career? Like I'm asking, like. I'm trying to make you see it the way they're trying to tell you. Like, would you have come into an organization? And your record is in jeopardy now.
I mean, Mo, you're making a really good point.
Your coaching.
You're making a very
good
point, Mo.
In jeopardy. So you don't think no talks have been going on about, hey, well, I need this right here.
Look at how he came into power.
That's what I'm trying. I think that's what they're trying to tell you.
I got.
Broken locker room.
I got that. I got that. What I'm saying. I got that. So yes, like I said before, Quinn has some say in the organization. He does some say, but to suggest if I want to take what Marion said and say it was a power struggle, to think that Landry and Nick wrestled the power away from Travis to give it to Quinn, that doesn't make any sense. So
no, that ain't what we're saying. That's not what we're saying. That's not what we're saying. That's not what we're saying. Before Quinn got here. See,
but let me jump in right quick.
Go ahead, Jay.
So it wasn't Landry is equivalent to Jason Garrett for the Cowboys.
Damn.
Just to be honest with you. Just to be completely honest with you.
Basically.
No.
You don't. If you had,
hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. Right. The friction that started that got Travis Slick out of here was between Nick Wrestler and Travis. Landry was the assistant GM. So when they got Travis out, they just promoted Landry. So Landry again is going to be the yes man here. And so when somebody got some background thing going on,
that's John. That was John.
John, mute right quick.
Hold on,
John walking in the truck, man.
Yeah. So when you have to look at like how everything went down. So you have Travis that resigns or effectively resigns from his position in December. Now Landry becomes the Jason Garrett in the front office, right? The next thing, the support they got him was he goes out and says, okay, well, Kyle Korver's already in the organization. Me and you are going to be buddy-buddy. Now, I think what they were hoping was that they wouldn't lose control of the locker room the way Nate was. Now, whether it had something to do with trade, I think it was a multitude of the players just weren't responding. So Nate gets fired. Quinn Snyder didn't get fired from Utah. He steps down. He's not coaching basketball. Right, they fired Nate in the middle of the year instead of letting Joe Prunty be the interim like most teams would do and do their extensive search at the end of the year. Landry and Kyle Korver say, "Hey, we have Nick Ressler's ear, who gives us the support. Tony wants his son to have a basketball position. Cool. He's gonna be our liaison between him and his dad. Well, you and I are gonna go out and find the coach. And so Kyle Korver had Landry Field's ear on how Quinn Snyder got hired. He said that was the most intelligent guy that he had. They wanted to get back to player development, what we had back when Bud and them were here, right? But Quinn Snyder wasn't going to come and coach the team in the middle of the year and take over the broken locker room for nothing. And so he was in position to ask for the sun, the moon, and the stars, and they gave him his level of influence. So now when we talk about the front office, what we're really talking about is Landry. We're talking Kyle Korver. We're talking Quinn Snyder, and the wrestler who we think is making the decision, who's not, is Tony. He's kind of just there, but it's really Nick, his son. So they're just gaming baby boy, And so like when Landry says I'm making the decision, I'm making the pick, I believe that because all he's doing is talking to Nick and saying, hey, this is who Quinn likes. This is what we got. He's Jason Garrett. He's the yes man. He just manages the day-to-day operation.
Hold on, wait. So
that's no disrespect. That's no disrespect.
I disagree.
This dude, Landry Fields, smiles so good in front of the camera. He makes everybody feel good. He is truly what you want in that role. Like he don't have to make no.
I think it's incredibly disrespectful.
No, it's not.
That's what I was saying.
Let me finish.
He's a do boy.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. I think it's incredibly disrespectful to suggest that he doesn't make the final roster decisions when the only reason Kyle Korver is here is because he went out and hired him from Brooklyn. The entire front office that they went out and hired Torrey, Grant, Long, everybody they've hired in the front office, he's hired. Osa, Salah from Golden State, he went out and hired him. So
Matt,
everybody that's
we're
in the
not
front
saying
office
he doesn't do
today.
anything.
Hey, Matt.
No, pause right there, Matt. I'm not trying to interrupt you, but hey, those are the front office moves.
Yeah,
we're talking about player picks.
Matt, hang on, Matt.
But even
somebody asked Landry. Somebody asked Landry on media day after the finals was over, who's making the pick, you or Tony? And he's like, me.
What else is he supposed to say? Like,
well, I get that, but it's like,
understand that's what he's supposed to say.
So,
I understand. I get, yeah.
Even the roster, even if you want to talk, even if you want to talk,
but we all know Tony is a hands-on owner.
Go back to the draft.
Landry is Jason.
Yeah, but even if you want the roster construction,
hey, Tony,
go back,
Quinn, and Landry. That's how I go. Tony, Quinn, and Landry. That's how.
I'm not going off of spec. I'm not going off of speculation.
You don't have to. Because you're speculating too. Bro, it's one basketball guy there.
I'm not speculating. It's in print. It's in print.
I agree.
But even if you go to the roster construction in the draft last year, there was disagreements between Quinn and Landry about which player they wanted in the draft. They went with what Landry wanted, the guy he wanted in the draft last year. So to suggest that he doesn't have that he's just a figurehead, or he just is up there to be up there, it's offensive.
Oh boy!
Hold on. Let me say this on that right there, Matt. Understand now. Let's understand one thing. When Boston didn't win the finals against Golden State, do you think those fans up there were sparing anybody, from the president of basketball operations to Danny Ainge to everybody? They were cussing them all out. They were being. Now you're saying that what we're saying is disrespectful, okay? But thing is, we're not in the business of respecting these people. I don't care how they feel about what we say. And no one should. We won't answer. When you chop somebody's, Matt, you in HR, Matt, and it comes time for you to chop somebody's head off, do you do it respectfully or disrespectfully? Because see, it's in the eye of the beholder. The person getting fired is going to tell you it's disrespectful. But you, hey, I got a job to do, and you don't fit the parameters of the position, or you failed in the position, or you've done something that was totally wrong. Well, I disagree with you, Matt. I that. Son,
I've never heard it that way
wish you
before, but
well
that makes
in your
sense.
next career.
But either way,
John, I got what you're saying, John. No, I agree. John, I'm not saying it's disrespectful to Landry personally. I'm saying it's disrespectful to presume that he doesn't have final authority when he said he has final authority. Quinn said he has final
disrespectful.
authority. All the
Okay,
reports,
yeah, okay.
All the reports
disrespectful to whom?
that he has final authority.
Disrespectful to whom, though, man? Disrespectful to whom?
But yo, isn't it either way? Isn't it like an organizational failure that we even have to have this dumbass conversation that we don't know?
Well, you're absolutely right.
That's the point. That's the point, Darian. That's the point right there.
This is.
I'm
saying we know. I'm saying we do know who's making the decision.
But Matt, evidence. I'm saying the evidence that we have is that we don't know. Because we thought we knew who made the draft pick on with Trae Young and Luka Doncic. We didn't know Tony did that. We thought we knew who did the DeJounte Murray trade. Travis said that we didn't do it.
Yeah.
Landry, I don't know if Landry did it. I don't know if Tony did it. I don't know who the hell is making these organizational decisions.
No, I think that's disrespectful to the Atlanta fans.
Marion,
I think that right there is disrespectful to the Atlanta fans.
Marion, come back on camera. All right, so now, Marion. Now, you heard me ask this man, because Marion is one of the few people who saw the interview. So I think, Maurice, you said you saw it too, right? When I was talking,
I heard some of it.
Which interview?
When I was talking to John Fricky. See, John Fricky, all right, let's go back to the situation with Travis Slink. Now, I said what I've been saying about Travis Slink, about them easing him out because of the DeJounte Murray trade. That was the last straw for him or whatever. He's going to tell me, no, that's not it. You don't know what you're talking about. I said, well, okay. Well, then who did it then? I don't need to tell you that. I said, well, because I talked to him. You didn't. I talked to him. You didn't. Okay. So I asked him point blank, what did he say? Well, that was between me and him. And hold up. You name dropped and talked like you know all of this stuff that took place, but you remember all of us were talking about it because there were numerous reports as to how Travis Slink left here. Okay, that he was eased out from the coup mongers, the little kids that decided they knew what to do.
That was Nick going over Travis to Tony.
But John, it's more.
There you go. There you go.
Can I say something? Can I say something real quick after Matt?
John, it's more nuanced than the way you're presenting it.
John. It's more
what's his name?
Matt, let me respond. Let me respond to that real quick, Matt. Let me respond to you real quick about the nuance. It's like this, and I said that. I said this at the beginning when Quinn was the choice in the mid-season. I said, okay, Quinn is coming now in mid-season, and they gave him $8 million. $8 million.
Yeah.
Right. I said, this man didn't come here to this BS without no kind of control. That was a fact. He could have waited at the end of the season and got whatever he wanted. Right. He picked this mid-season and got paid $8 million per. They gave him power.
Yes, I said he does have some.
Let me finish. Power. No, he has a lot. He ain't coming here on this messed up organization, messed up front office without some type of control how this thing gonna be done. How long? How long is this contract for?
5 years.
I think for about
Yeah,
5
Marion
years.
just sent it.
They're not going to be stuck on the hook without if they don't think he's gonna work without giving power. He ain't coming. Most coaches don't come mid-season.
And he was on vacation, Foot.
He was on vacation.
He wasn't even. He didn't even want to coach last year.
So they paid him to do it.
I got the. So hold on.
Let me finish. So if you don't think they gave this man what he wanted, control of power, you blind. Anybody be blind on that. They gave that man. Let me finish. Matt. You don't know the conversation. What I'm saying is that he has a lot of power that was probably given to him that might not be given to everybody, most coaches, right? That's all I'm saying. If you put 2 and 2 together, right? That's all I'm saying.
Foot.
I'm not. And again, like I said, I'm not.
Matt, he wouldn't have come here if he didn't like the team.
Foot. I have
like I said, I'm not disputing whether he has power. I'm disputing whether he has final say, which he does not.
The owner does. The owner does.
I just agree.
Tony
I just agree that
if you coach the player.
But again, I think it was I'm trying to remember his name in The Athletic, and I'll log in and post it in The Athletic. But they printed out an entire.
It doesn't matter what these people say. They got an opinion. They got an opinion just like us, bro.
But a figurehead. That's what
no. But I'm saying, but it talked about.
It doesn't matter what they talk about, man. That's what I'm saying.
It talked about when Travis left.
That don't mean nothing.
It gave
what
the
talking
time.
about.
Well, hold on.
Hang on, I want to hear.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, Matt. Yeah. Why did Travis?
From what the article point out, from what the article said, it said that Landry and Travis had numerous disagreements about the roster, about core members of the roster that Landry wanted to trade. It went in and just talked about how one of the trades at the trade deadline before the Miami series, Derek White for Bogdanovich in the first round pick was a trade that Landry had negotiated that Travis didn't approve of because he did not want to get rid of Bogdanovich because at the time, Derek White wasn't a great 3-point shooter. So the way that it's laid out in the article is that he said Derek White's defense doesn't make up for Bogdanovich's shooting. So that's why he didn't do the trade.
Travis Sling said that.
Fast forward it was another trade. It was Kevin Huerter and a first-round pick. No, it was Kevin Huerter to New Orleans for Josh Hart in the first-round pick. He vetoed that too. Didn't want it because he didn't want to trade Kevin Huerter. Right? You fast forward to the Miami series. We look as bad as we do in the Miami series, right? And Steve Koonin came out on the radio and said they asked him about the season. Is there anything that would have changed in the season? He said we had 4 trades at the trade deadline that we did not do. He said if we could go back in time, we probably would have done at least one of them.
Steve Koonin's just a voice, though.
But
Steve Koonin talked about not running it back. That was Steve talked about.
But I'm saying
hold on, Matt. You keep talking. Did anybody get quote? Did anybody quotes to anybody? You got a quote. You keep talking about the article. Were there any quotes in that article? What were the quotes?
It is quotes in the article.
No, he was quoting Steve.
I want to ask Matt something right quick because here's the thing, right? I think as a drafter, like I would love if Travis Slink was here to make the number 1 overall pick because I thought, in terms of eye for talent in the draft, he was.
I trust him.
I think Landry in last draft. I just haven't seen the sample size right from Landry.
Yes,
right? But as a general manager, and this is what Hawks fans don't want to admit, outside of picking talent in the draft, Travis Slink just was not very good at the job. Like that was the next point I was going to bring up.
He didn't want to make trades to ruin the course of the team.
But even things like Clint Capella the extension, right?
But that was part of the article. That was part of the article, Jay. That was about the
right. But that's what I'm saying. So when you brought in Landry,
that's why they hired Landry. That's one of the reasons they hired Landry because they said they wanted a former player. They wanted a former player in the front office because they felt Travis was a genius at drafting, but the other aspects of the job he needed help with.
But
wasn't a genius at drafting. He drafted Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green.
Doesn't that show how dysfunctional? Doesn't that show how dysfunctional the organization is, though?
Bingo.
If I'm the acting GM and you're listening to someone below me, what the fuck am I doing here?
No. The only thing about that though, Darren, is what I think they were doing was they were giving Travis an opportunity to try to correct the ship. But as
if you're a boss and you have someone listening to someone under you, what am I doing?
That's the problem.
But hear what we're saying.
Insubordination.
That doesn't diminish who you are. That doesn't diminish your authority.
Matt, if someone is listening to your subordinate, what are you? You don't have a job, bro.
I got a
Yeah,
question.
because your support. Hold on. No. That's what the discussion was. That's what the discussion was. That's what the discussion was last
I
year.
want to say to Darian's point. I do want to say
he was good at draft. Travis was good at draft.
He was good at drafting.
Other trades, free agency, roster construction.
Well,
if my title is GM and someone else's title is assistant GM, and you're listening to
this is his first. This is his first job.
Guys.
This is his first job. How is he good at a job? And this is his first job. And I know y'all gonna be talking about. I know y'all gonna be talking about the G League, but that G League don't mean nothing up here in the big league.
No, it doesn't. But let's talk about how he showed he wasn't good, right? So when you look at how Danny Ferry built the 60-win Hawks, right? He had built a very balanced team. He made the right trades. He signed the right guys. He made some. He kind of busted on one of the picks with Adrian Payne, but I think that was more of a Mike Budenholzer pick. Because I think he was on the hot seat, them emails, right? But when you look at Travis, he was very good at drafting. So, let's take the Clint Capella.
Where?
He wins.
Where?
He made the right trade to bring in Clint in, but then he gives Clint Capella
Where?
the extension. I'm telling you, he gives Clint Capella the extension in August. Why does that matter? Because Clint Capella was now ineligible the next season to be traded because you have to wait 6 months.
Clint wasn't the problem. Clint wasn't the problem. So
but I'm not saying he was the problem.
I understand that, Jay, but I guess what we're saying.
I'm not saying he was the problem.
Right, but what we're saying here.
Listen at the trade deadline.
I understand. Here's what we're saying, though. Here's what some of y'all saying, right? When you talk about all these guys, you comparing Landry Fields to freaking Travis Slink. There's no. He came from a winning organization.
I'm not saying that at all. Though.
But this is. I'm talking about the role they had, right?
The process stuff of being a GM.
But right now, I got that.
If he's not good at it, then fire him.
But
exactly.
They did.
No, they did not.
That's not what they did.
That's not what they did. That's not what they did.
You introduced this man in your
Travis stepped down. Travis stepped down.
Okay, he stepped down.
Travis is still getting paid.
Okay, hey, RTD, why did he step down? Why did he step? See that's
because
what
he didn't want DeJounte Murray
behind his back.
He lost
people going behind his back.
But say, hey, okay, now, John, say, hey, I'm gonna bring y'all home. I'm gonna bring y'all home right now.
Go ahead, Maurice.
I'm gonna bring. Watch this. Everybody, all y'all are right. Watch this right here. Okay, if I'm in, let's use the Atlanta Falcons. Terry Fontenot. Boom. Okay, Terry Fontenot.
Yep. There you go.
Who do you want on your staff? That's that. If I'm the owner, this is the first thing. Go and hire your board, your people. Now, did Travis Slink have that? I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Marion, he did.
Did he have a chance?
Let Maurice speak. Go ahead, Maurice.
Did he have a chance to hire his?
I thought he asked me a question.
Because not. But yeah, I'm asking a question. I'm asking you a question.
So yes, when Travis first got here, we had Jeff Peterson. He went to go hire Rob Huggins. He went to go hire a bunch of people. Jeff Peterson, brilliant black man, is now the GM of the Hornets. He left to go to Brooklyn. That GM job was open. He said he was going to leave it open until he found a fit for him. Turns out that what Landry had said in the podcast was that they were looking Travis tried to hire somebody. Ownership said no.
See that
they wanted a former player as his assistant GM because they felt that a former player had a better feel for the game, or not a feel for the game.
I cannot believe that. That's the dumbest thing ever.
You can definitely do better than Landry Fields.
No, man. I know you're telling me.
I'm just telling you what Landry Fields said out of his own mouth. He said,
no, I'm not mad at you. I'm saying they shouldn't do. No, you shouldn't do that. You should allow that. If I'm gonna fire you, Matt, for being a GM, I'm gonna allow you to hang yourself.
No, but
if that's the guy that you want, I just say, hey, well, just know I don't like this guy, but you know what? That's who you want. Now you have to pay the consequences for that. You see what I'm saying? And
Maurice, those are the fleas that go with the dog. Those are the fleas that go with the dog. When you are the president, when you are the president or the general manager, you are responsible for your staff. Matter of fact, the GM is supposed to hire the coach. The GM and the president is supposed to hire the coach, so that they hang their fortunes or they tie they string to that wagon all the way. Okay,
and a lot of them will go out gracefully, John, because you gave them the opportunity.
Yeah, that's the way you're supposed to do. But see, the way that we're describing how the Hawks are now, it's just like the Falcons. It's just like the freaking Falcons when you had the GM and the head coach that were equal people going up there and one could do something without the other one's permission, and nobody knew what the hell was going on. Just like when I was saying,
that's not what happened.
But okay, hold on. I want to hear what Matt.
I'm saying he liked Travis. He liked Travis. I'm saying y'all act like he liked him. He just said there's some things he needs to work on. There's things that I don't love.
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't love.
Who was he to say what he needed to work on?
Let him
Who was he to say what somebody needed to work on?
He's the owner.
Wait.
The owner don't know nothing about running a basketball team.
John,
that's the problem.
I got a question for you guys.
That's the problem.
What was Travis?
The owner don't know nothing about basketball.
What was
he gonna tell a general manager from a winning team he need to work on something? The manager, man, if that ain't what I ever heard in my life.
It can actually be somebody else.
Travis wasn't the GM when he stepped down. He was president of basketball.
It could be somebody else talking and saying, "Hey,
isn't that even?"
About this
but okay, all right. So
wait.
So we all on the same page. So
Travis went from GM to president, and they already promoted Landry to GM.
I was about to touch on that. The reason why.
But they just got rid of the
why.
Key decision makers.
Go back.
And they stuck his son up there.
Darian and Maurice. The reason why, and if you go back and you can research this you can research this. If you go back and look, the week that they promoted Landry Fields to GM, that same week he had when they got rid of Danny Ainge in Boston, they promoted Brad Stevens to president. He wanted to hire Landry Fields as GM in Boston. He went to Boston to interview twice. He was about to get hired in Boston. They didn't want him to leave. So they promoted him to GM the next week. He got promoted July 1, I think 2022. Something like that.
And Travis was president of basketball.
They promoted him to get him to stay.
Let me ask a question.
And they moved Travis up the president, and let Landry be. And if you read the press release, they say he worked under Travis.
Jay and Matt,
AJ Griffin.
Who does the GM listen to? Is the president of basketball operations not above the GM?
You're supposed to have an assistant GM.
Technically, wait.
You should have.
No. Let
they
Darren
really
speak.
are the same position. Typically,
not really. No.
Of basketball operations could.
No, they're not.
I don't, because I've seen President of Jay.
It could be mixed up.
Basketball operations could also be the coach.
But
Jay,
I've seen hierarchy. No, you have to look at the hierarchy.
You and I both know President of basketball operations fires GM all the time.
Typically, the GM.
Jay. Look at what. No. You have to go look at what the Hawks said. They laid it out.
They did. They laid it out.
They laid it out. So Darren's right. Darren's right.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to get y'all to see is Landry Fields had sway, because if he didn't have any sway, they would have let him go to Boston. They promoted him.
Matt, nobody said that about that. Nobody ain't talking about that.
What was that sway based on? What was that sway based on?
I don't even care about the sway. What I'm saying is,
You talking about the
Travis Slink, there's an order.
I just want to
the
ask.
order thing.
Travis Slink
That's
was
what
in
we're
charge.
talking about.
I agree with you guys about the order.
communication.
I
The
agree.
corporate ladder.
But again,
I
but
agree. There has to be.
Hey,
There
man,
has to be a line of succession. There has
Yeah.
to be a line of succession and a line of responsibility.
If
Okay,
I'm in charge, you can't go behind my back and start doing other
That's
shit.
my
that I
point.
don't
But they
want
weren't
to.
going. They weren't
That's
going
my
behind his
point.
back. They weren't
That's
going behind his
fair. That's
back.
fair.
Matt, you
Hey,
literally
Matt,
just
Matt,
said
you know why I
Nick
think
and
people
Landry
go behind
Fields
your back?
wrestled power away from Travis Slink.
Look what happened to Danny Ferry. Now people can say, "Well, I don't like what Danny Ferry did." I'm not gonna lie, I love Danny Ferry. As far
He
as
read. We
He
should.
read
He
an email.
read
far
off
as
a
the
paper, piece
deal.
of paper.
He read off a paper, but
He
then we
read
don't
off a
talk about
paper.
who sent him the email. We don't talk about
Yeah. We don't talk about that, do we? No. I'm with you, Jay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like
They're
it's
still in the
some stuff
organization.
not right, man.
Ain't it
You
though?
know,
They still employed.
They're
Yep.
still
things not
employed.
right up in there, man. You know, so
but see, wait a minute.
But all right,
Now that's totally different. That's totally different from the Danny Ferry situation.
Hold on. Let
That's
me
totally
I got you.
different.
Yeah, it is a little.
Give me a second.
That's
Let me bring
totally
everything
different.
home. I think we all can agree. We keep debating this and debating that, right? We can all agree that the front office is just jacked.
Yes.
That's just the bottom line.
I know. You know what? I'm gonna give you a
It's in
fair
a better
chance.
place
I'm always
right
gonna give
now.
people a fair chance.
Yeah.
I didn't like the
Better
way
place right
Slink
now.
went out, but I'm gonna give them a fair chance. Like,
Let's remember this conversation on the after we pick number one. Let's remember all what we said after this number one pick.
We got.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
that's
not gonna close it. That's not
We
gonna
have to
close
be
it.
real.
Number one
that
pick ain't
Landry
gonna
Fields
close.
just
I got a
top
quote.
end. Can
I
we
got a
just be
quote
real
for you,
about
Flip.
that?
And
That number one pick is not gonna close.
I don't need a quote.
Wait,
The
Foot.
fact
Let
of the
me ask
matter.
Matt a question.
Go ahead.
And RCD, y'all are gonna like this. Matt, where is Travis Slink right now?
Washington.
He's the GM of Washington, right?
Washington, VP of scouting
And
for
who,
Washington.
and who do they want to draft?
oh,
too?
sorry.
And we can all agree that Travis Slink got a really good eye for talent, right?
And guess what? You know what? I
I'm
want to
just
put
saying.
it past Slink that he's actually saying, hey, put up there that blah 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 is the number one pick.
Hey, I would expect Slink to call us and be, hey, what do you want for the number one?
No, because he knows that they're not going to pick him. He came from
number
the
two.
organization. He knows how we just talked about.
That's a good point.
He knows.
And he knows, he knows these people don't know nothing about basketball. That's what dealing with these people.
Hey, Matt Foot.
He may not have any context.
Matt Foot, do you guys know if any of Travis Schlink's former staff is still employed as the Hawks? Do we know?
Landry fired all of them.
I would say
Landry fired all
But
of them.
again,
just
I don't know why Matt is getting so touchy
He
about
fired
this. We
all of them
know
last
that
year when
Landry
he took
Fields
over.
is just a talking head.
Okay.
Like, yo,
No,
Landry Fields.
no, he's not. Stop
He's a
saying
talking
that,
head,
Jay.
bro.
He's not.
Landry
If he was just a
Fields
talking
is
head,
the basketball
Jay,
general
if he
manager
was just
equivalent.
no.
You know who Landry Fields reminds me of?
Unless y'all got proof.
Unless do you have proof that he
doesn't
did?
like
You got
Mo.
proof?
Mo.
Okay.
You got proof, man?
I got because I got
Who
proof.
really is?
Hold on,
You got
I got proof.
I need.
I got
Landry
proof.
Fields-
I got
Landry
proof.
Fields is
When
the-
he took
is the
over,
Hawks equivalent to Thomas
hold on, wait.
Mitchell.
Every time he
I
opens
No,
his
do you
mouth,
have
he
proof?
When he took
Do
over,
you have proof?
I have proof. When
What's
he
proof?
took over, he fired.
Oh, hold on. Let me ask you this before you do it.
six
What
of
are you
Travis
proving?
Scott.
What are you proving? What are you proving? Tell me what you're proving first, because you know
About Schlink's staff.
What are you
Oh,
proving?
never mind. My bad.
Matt, what are you
That
proving?
he got power. That he's the final decision maker.
Dude, Thomas Dimitrov
Okay.
said that
All
same
right, show
stuff.
what a proof at. Because somebody said something? Because somebody said something? Because the figurehead said something? That's what you using to prove?
No, because if you look at the staff directory, six people got fired the week he took over.
Again,
He
that
fired
ain't
all
proof
six.
that he caught. Again, that ain't proof what we
He
talking
just
about.
clean house.
Yeah,
It is
that's not
proof.
proof what we
he's
talking.
picking,
No, it's
he's
not.
picking his staff members, probably.
That's
Well,
staff.
No,
That's
I
who
agree.
knows.
I agree with
Hey,
that. But
No, the
And
question,
do we know whether he-
my question to
and do
Matt
we know whether
was,
he got permission to fire those folks?
my question to Matt was there any members of staff the Travis Schlink had that was still on staff? That was my question. That was just my question.
One.
And I think they said no, right?
Does what
There,
he's told to
one.
do.
He kept one. He actually promoted her. That's what I was telling John the other day. She's in charge of college scouting for the Hawks.
John, do you think Landry Fields is more than a talking head? Do you think he is Jason Garrett for the front office?
I don't think he's Jason Garrett because now.
Yeah.
They probably just want to do it the right way, but I don't think you're too far off. I think it's a percentage.
It's here and here.
I think
It's here and here.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this right here. Everybody on the Hawks front office staff was undermined the very first move that he made to send Luka Doncic out there and keep Trae Young and get Trae Young here. Everybody was diminished then. Okay,
that was the owner. The owner did that.
Yeah, that's my point. So everybody is diminished. Whether Landry Fields or anybody else is a talking head.
John, who said that, John?
That's the point, huh?
Jay said.
But John, who said that? John, who said that?
Hey, Jay,
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban.
No.
Jay,
No,
you
he
said
did not.
Garrett,
No,
but
he
I'm
did
saying
not. Mark Cuban said.
Yes, he did.
No, he really
Y'all got to
is,
quote
though.
Mark
He's
Cuban
like
correctly.
Mark Cuban did say he called the owner. Hang on, Matt. Hang on, guys. Hang on.
Mark Cuban told the whole story, Matt.
He did. Mark Cuban said he called Tony Rester about Luka.
Because the GMs weren't getting that done. They weren't making no. It wasn't that happen.
What else did he say? What else did he say? What else did he say?
Him and Tony worked the deal.
What else did he say? He said
him and Tony worked that deal out to make that.
Exactly what Foot said.
Hey Jay, you should be saying somebody's like Jerry Jones.
He said we knew.
No.
Tony he said we knew Atlanta. He said we knew Atlanta didn't want Luka. He said we knew Atlanta didn't want Luka. The general managers were over negotiating.
It doesn't matter. He told the story.
He said we knew Atlanta. He said we knew Atlanta didn't want Luka. That's what he said.
Him and Tony made the deal. That's our point.
That's what happened.
He said, but why? He said they were over negotiating.
It doesn't matter. Mark Cuban.
But wait a minute,
I got that's what he. Hold on, let me tell. I got what else he said. Because that deal he offered, hey, Atlanta still get what they need or what they're looking for plus something extra. Because I thought when that deal was made, here's my thinking when that deal was made. I said, okay, because I wanted Luka. But when I saw that deal, all right, you still get Trae Young type of score, and you'll get that other pick too. I said, all right, I can ride with that. The problem, let me tell you what the problem.
Cam Reddish sucked.
Cam Reddish didn't pan out because Cam Reddish, I had faith in Cam because I've been watching the kid. If Cam Reddish would have panned out, we'd have won that deal. And it wouldn't even be no Trae versus Luka. It wouldn't be no trade. I said the key part. I said this years ago. We would never know for another 3 to 4 years if this deal was good or not. When it happened, I was okay with it because I figured Cam Reddish was going to pan out. So we would be ahead in that deal. Cam Reddish did too. Cam Reddish. Hold on, let me finish. Cam Reddish didn't pan out. So that's what happened. But again, Mark Cuban and Tony Rester made the deal because the GM couldn't get nothing done. They bypassed the GMs.
All I'm saying is we should have traded up in the 2020 draft to get Ant Edwards.
He said they were over. He said they were over. He said
Matt,
they were over negotiating.
That's not what we're saying. That's not what we're saying. You're not listening, bro. You're not listening.
Matt, whether they were over negotiating or doing whatever, the owners got together and made a deal amongst
over the
themselves.
GMs. That's our point.
But y'all. Y'all are acting like that doesn't happen. Y'all acting naive. Every owner's involved.
No. They bypassed. They literally.
Y'all acting naive. Every owner is involved.
But every owner's not involved. That's not true.
Every owner ain't finna call the other owner and make a deal without the GM's involvement.
Mark Cuban called him.
Hey, Matt. I'm reading the article right now. Mark Cuban himself, this is quote. Mark Cuban said, "I called the Hawks owner myself." He called the Hawks owner. Mark Cuban called Tony Rester about Luka.
Did y'all see how Mark Cuban sold the Mavericks, but retained control of the basketball part of the team? Because he did. Is surrounded. I mean, he got smart people in the room. Don't get me wrong. I think Mark Cuban runs the Mavericks like a business, so he listens to the guys. But at the end of the day, they don't do nothing in Dallas unless Mark Cuban says we're gonna do this. That's just the bottom line.
Basically,
it's the same thing here. Like it's the same thing. I get what Landry Fields is talking about. I think he makes some decisions. He could be in there. It's like the Falcons with Dimitrov, where Rich McKay and Arthur Blank are gonna have the sign off or whatever. And you gotta earn with them ownership groups the right to do what you want to
yeah.
do.
Oh yeah.
That's just
But
the
Jay, the difference.
no,
the difference. There's a difference though.
You gotta earn.
not necessarily. Not
Hey,
necessarily.
Matt.
So let, all right,
Hey,
so let me ask,
hang on.
Let me ask y'all the
That was
question.
I got a quote. I got quotes. This is from what Travis
Okay,
Schlenk
we
said.
got another quote. We got another quote.
This is concerning Luka trade deal. This is what Schlenk said. For us, it was having the ability to get a player that we thought was going to be a really good player and the other asset on top of it. One of the theories that we always had when you're drafting in the top lottery, top 10 is not exact science. So there are more swings you have to get the superstar, the better. You always hear the pundits say we knew this guy was going to be great. No one ever really knows.
Bingo.
So
okay, that's all I've been saying.
I got that.
At the end of the day,
let's just call it what it is. Let's just call it what it is. Travis banked his job on Cam Reddish, and it didn't work.
No, he did. Dude, didn't I just tell you? We just quoted what Mark Cuban said.
Bank his job on Cam Reddish.
Hey, the owner made the deal. Mark
already said they didn't want Luka. He said they didn't want Luka.
The owner, it don't matter.
I got that. He finished executing it, but they had already had negotiated it.
The owner made the deal. Mark Cuban specifically said, hold on. Mark Cuban specifically said the GMs ain't doing nothing. They can't get. Mark Cuban was aggressive. He know what he wanted, so I'm gonna call the owner, and we got it done. That's Mark Cuban's quote. Him and
I got
Tony
that. He
got
also
it done.
said Atlanta didn't want Luka.
Matt.
I agree.
Hey, what did the GM just say? Again, for me, Trey. Guess what? Trey and Luka damn near the same player. Am I right?
I mean, they do the same thing.
I mean,
but here's the thing, though. Hold
on, let me finish. Trey and Luka the same player. Let's keep it 100. Luka just bigger, right? Let's keep it 100. They're ball dominant. They're scorers. That's what they do. They don't play defense. It's the same player, right? Now, except Luka's bigger. That's a little bit more. So now get back to what I'm saying. You keep adding this extra stuff about who don't want. That's not our point. Our point from the beginning was who had the power. Mm-hmm. We just showed you who had the power.
So, hey, Matt, I got to hang on. I got a continuation of the quote. I got another continuation.
You bringing it up.
I got another continuation. This is what Mark. Hang on. This is what Mark Cuban said. We tried, and it was like 15 minutes to go before our pick. I called the owner of Atlanta. I'm like, you're not picking Luka, and you know the guy you want. So let's just do the deal because he'll. That's what he said.
Okay,
you guys hear what I said?
We didn't want. Everybody knew we didn't. No. They knew we didn't want Luka.
This is what Mark. No, Mark proposed a deal that was a great deal for the Hawks.
And he laid it online. He's like, you guys are not drafting Luka.
Because we didn't want Luka. We didn't want him.
Bro, it doesn't matter.
You're missing.
The whole point is the owner did the deal. The owner did the deal, Matt. That's all.
Yes. Hey, Matt, we're not. Hang on. We're not discrediting that what you saying is wrong. Our point is we're saying the general managers or the owners came together instead of the general managers. I agree with you.
My only point. My only point is y'all act like that's unique to the Hawks. It's not.
Well, I mean,
which is our problem.
The owner for the Sacramento.
No. We are saying
the owner for the Sacramento. Hold on, wait. The owner for the Sacramento Kings fired an assistant GM to give his daughter a job. It's not unique to Atlanta.
Matt. I'm gonna say it again. Hold on. I'm gonna say it again. I don't care what happens, when it happens, whatever. The fact remains that Tony made the decision. That is my point. That's my point.
That's what we're trying to say, Matt.
Every owner makes the final decision.
Matt.
Every owner makes the final decision.
But it's the general manager's job to be like, we're drafting this guy.
Hold on, RT. But Matt, you just said something totally different when I bring up.
Danny Ainge is not making decisions.
You
Danny Ainge earned the right to make decisions.
Hold on, Matt. Let me say, you just told me. Hold on, Jay. You just told me earlier that's not true when I said the owner makes the final decision. Did you not? That's what I was saying.
We're talking about
No, it doesn't matter. Does the owner make the final decision?
You were
yes
trying.
Or no?
You were
yes or no?
trying to make it sound like it's every single decision. It's not.
Does the owner make the final decision? Yes or no?
Yes. Every
Does the
owner
owner
makes.
hold on.
Every owner has to okay the final roster decision.
Thank you.
A
That's all
major
I'm
roster
saying.
decision, yes.
That's all. It's not
Every
Landry.
owner
It's
has to
not
make that.
Landry.
And you know what? And you know what, Matt? You know what, Matt?
That's something I got to.
Hey, Matt, there's nothing wrong.
There's
There's nothing wrong with
something I
that.
got to. There's
But when
something I
you
got
get-
to say to Jay. There's something I got to say to Jay about the GM. Jerry West. I posted an article in both Hawks groups, the home court and the Hawks fan group, about Jerry West going icky baluki about something that somebody was trying to do. The ownership was trying to do behind his back. That man was going to quit because the Lakers were trying to, the buses were trying to go behind his back. Now, if you are a GM and they are paying you to do that job,
that type of
let
GM.
the man do the job, or
John,
y'all do
perfect,
it. Because
perfect.
what will
I'm
happen?
with you.
That's where I wanted to go.
I'm with
John,
you.
that's
I'm
perfect.
with you.
Because
But
hey,
see, Jerry
it
West has
depends
a
on what
pool
type of
that we
GM.
don't- that
That's
Travis-
why he got Land. That's why he got Landry.
Yeah.
That's why I asked Matt from the beginning. That's why Slink wanted to leave.
Because he was a yes man.
Yeah,
boss.
yeah.
Yeah, boss.
It depends on what
Yeah,
type of
boss.
GM you get.
Yeah, boss.
But see, everybody got to tell you when I say he's just Jason Garrett.
Maurice, why? Maurice, why?
That's who he is.
What you mean? What
Maurice,
you mean?
why? Say that again.
No, why? Yeah, what? Like as far as
Say
like
that
what I
last
was
part
saying.
again.
Okay, with Slink, I was asking you from the beginning, like why Slink left. It depends on what type of GM you're getting. You can't get a GM from Golden State who has won those, 1 or 2 or 3 championships, and now you're treating them like you would treat who we have in there now. What's his name?
Landry.
Landry.
Just call the name.
I know
Just
Landry.
But again,
Landry's going to be more kind of like.
Would you say
he's a do boy?
Not disrespect him, but he's going to be more
A do
He's
boy.
going to be more open
Do
to
boy.
like, allowing you to kind of do.
No,
Yes.
but
And that's what I said when they hired him. He's a do boy.
Let me ask you,
He's a yes man.
Maurice. Let me ask you this. So Tony Resler himself said the reason he made the transition in the front office was because he said you
don't say this 50
cannot
million times,
work
man.
for me. You cannot work for me and be non-collaborative and mediocre. Right. So he said that's when he got rid of He said you can't work for me and be non-collaborative and mediocre. He said that's not.
That's
work
something
for me
that
and
you
my
would write on a
business,
mission
and they work
statement
somewhere
on
else,
the
but it doesn't
website.
No,
work
but
for
you
me.
know what's funny, Mo? He was.
Of course
he was
they're gonna.
defending
Of
his
course
son
you're gonna
and
say
it-
that as a
Who
business.
the hell is he to be making that type of damn declaration?
Man, you got to tell him about how he was like, how he talked about how much he loved his son. And
Who the hell is he?
Bro,
Like you
as
got
we said,
got championship
Slink,
banners all out the wazoo. Like you got
Slink,
11 rings on your damn head.
Hey, here it is. Slink is not a
I'd have quit right then. I'd have quit right then. That's probably why I'd have quit right then.
John, you know,
you and the horse you rode in town on. Who the hell you think?
Hey, John, you got some factual quotes there, my guy. I need you to put some on some shirts.
you made more trips around the sun. You completed more trips around the sun. But you know the one thing that we can both agree is all this.
I need to put some of these John quotes on a shirt.
John,
the golden rule, baby, the one who has the gold rules. That's who the hell he is. As long as
the hell he ain't. No, sir. Just like I told you. Now, just like we were talking. Just like we were talking about Jerry West. Just like we were talking about Jerry West and notable GMs in football as well as in basketball.
Yep, exactly.
Just like Parcells when he was down there in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
When Jerry Jones and them started coming down on this field, okay, well then you can run this shit. Okay, if you don't do my job,
see,
if you don't do my job, you can do it. I'm gone.
Who did he?
Jerry
Jones fired the Super Bowl winning coach, right? Jerry Jones fired. Who did Jerry Jones fire?
Surely did. No, he came in, he fired.
Yeah, so because guess what? Because he didn't have a yes man. Because he came out and said, same way when Landry got hired, what did we say? What did I say first? A do boy. That's exactly what it is.
Just a damn do boy.
We see what happened when Jerry Jones.
It happens, man. It happens, man.
when he had Jimmy Johnson, his homeboy.
Okay, all right.
That was winning Super Bowls.
But again, like I said, if you're Landry, let me ask y'all a question.
Okay.
If y'all are Landry Fields, reportedly, I know Foot don't like print journalism.
No, ask us a question,
Landry
bro. No,
Fields,
ask the question. Stop talking about the extra stuff. Ask the
Landry,
question.
Landry Fields was considered a rising star in the scouting.
Man, you sounded like
Man,
Lauren.
ask the question, bro.
What's the
Ask the
question?
question.
I am. I'm about to ask the question.
Well, don't
So
need to
if
hear
Matt,
I
you sounded like a
have to
Lauren
lay
Moses.
the foundation.
Hey, he's laying the fluff for his question.
I have to
He's laying some fluff.
No fluff. No fluff.
Just ask the question.
If you're
no butter on the toast.
If you know the owner hired you, right? You know the owner hired you. You know you got some rep, you got some clout. You go to your boss, you make some suggestions. He slap him down every time you go to him. He slap you down, and this other organization is calling you and say, "Hey, John, Marion, Jay, Darian, we like your ideas. We heard you this really really talented Stanford guy. Why don't you come over here and work for us? We won't tell you no all the time." Would you stay there, keep getting your ideas slapped down by your boss, or would you go over and work over for the Green Company?
Okay, Matt. I'll answer that question. Matt. I would have a meeting with that owner, and then I would tell him about all of the things that you've turned down, the way that you've been belittling me, the way that you've been acting with me, or whatever. If I had to quit 2 weeks prior. Hold on.
You ask him a question, let him answer.
Hold on. And then I tell him, look, I want to stay here because I see something. This is just me because I ain't no telling what the circumstances are. I say, I want to stay here, but I will not have you doing me like this and acting with me like this. Now, either you clean your act up, I have other offers. And if you can't clean up your act or treat me with some respect or whatever, I'm leaving. I have somewhere else I got to go. Now, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, even talking to him and letting him know that. But see, business is business, okay? Now, he could do like Bobby Petrino did, told the Falcons on he was going to be there, and then 12 o'clock midnight, come here, pig, suey, with the Arkansas Razorbacks. He could do that, and he'd be right doing that if he was treated wrong. Now, that's the way I would handle it.
I don't understand. And y'all help me. I don't understand. This whole situation could have been avoided if the owner just legit, if he didn't like what Travis was doing, fire him.
Exactly.
Be done with it.
Well, I think you know what it is though. On why
there's no thing. I mean,
what? It's not that simple. It's not the
Well, hold on.
Hold
on, everybody. Hold on. Let's answer Matt's question.
Well, okay. The answer.
Let's go on the line. Then
Matt's question. I'm with John. On what I would do. But to Darian, it's like they sign these guys to guaranteed deals to run the front office, and so he probably doesn't want to fire him because he still got to pay Travis Sling. So if Travis Sling steps down on his own, it's like quitting.
But Jay,
hold on. Let's answer Matt's question.
Okay.
To answer Matt's question, I would have left. I would have went to Boston.
Okay, that's your answer.
Hey, Marion's got a good point. Schlenk has rebuilt the Hawks roster since hiring in 2017, significantly elevating the talent level and reaching the Eastern Conference Finals 2021. Schlenk has been promoted and has his contract extended 3 times since hiring. I agree.
Yeah,
I mean that's fine, but let's answer Matt's question. Let's answer Matt's question.
That's from the article. Again, he was president of basketball operations.
Let's go. Matt, answer. Marion, go ahead and answer Matt's question.
Fields and I'm getting paid, and all I got to do is say yes and not work that. Just be out there talking to media, smile, wave, give political answers. Why would I want to go somewhere?
Jay, we're answering Matt's question. Come on,
that's how I'm answering it. Why would I go somewhere
about Landry? But you talking about Slink? He asked a question about Landry.
No, I'm not talking.
No, he's talking about
Landry. I said if I'm getting paid to just be a talking head, political figure, all I got to do is get in press conferences and not really answer the questions and just be a politician, smile, shake hands, kiss babies. You gonna pay me, and I got job security because let's be real.
No. This was before. Jay, this was before. Jay, he wasn't.
You, like,
Jay, this was before. This was when he was
even when
but I'm saying I want to correct it. He wasn't in front of the cameras back then.
Okay,
he wasn't in front of the
Landry
cameras.
Fields, when he got promoted into the GM position, Travis was still here.
But this is before. This is before he got promoted.
Okay, you're talking about when he went and interviewed with the Celtics, right? And a week later they came and did it again. Right. Travis was still here, right? Travis was still here. He gets the promotion, right? He asked to take the promotion, and I go to because why? Like Travis is still making the job. Only thing you're asking me to do is interviews.
That's not.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
I must be confused.
Hold
I must be confused because
John. Hold on.
I must be confused because I thought I was answering the question about Travis Slink.
No, all right.
That's what I thought.
He's asking you to think for Landry Fields.
Hold on, Matt.
Landry Fields.
Hold on.
He's asking you to think about Landry Fields. And again, if I'm Jason Garrett, same thing. I'm getting paid.
Stop. Hold on, Jay. Stop. Matt, answer the question again so we can answer it. Because everybody, I know what you asked, so I'm gonna answer it. Ask the question again so everybody understands. Because everybody somewhere else.
Because I thought you were talking about Travis Slink.
He's talking about Landry Fields.
If you're Landry Fields, you're the assistant general manager. You're at Landry Fields. The owner hired you. You have this budding reputation. You go to the GM or president at the time. You go to the president and GM. You make suggestions or whatever ideas. He keeps slapping your ideas down or not saying, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Boston calls you and say, hey, we just made a front office. We just changed or reorganized the front office. We want you to come over and be our GM. Would you stay in a position as the assistant and keep getting your ideas batted down? Or would you go over to Boston where they're offering you a GM job?
Same answer.
I'm staying where I'm at because I get paid to do less work.
All right, go ahead. Marion was next.
Same answer.
I think that there's something missing in this whole equation. And what's missing is that you got your job because you met Nick Ressler.
Hold on, man.
Let me finish.
Yeah, but answer the question.
I am answering the question. This is the answer. Let me finish. You met Nick Ressler at a summer league game, and he hired you while y'all was sitting there watching teams play. That's how you got your job. So what that means is that you have the ear of the son of the owner who is gonna one day run the team. That's the part that's missing. So now, do I go to Boston where I don't know the Devils, I don't know the landscape, or do I stay as the assistant in Atlanta where I have the best my best buddy is the owner's son, and one day I can parlay that into becoming the GM because the owner's son doesn't like the present GM and I'm already the assistant GM. I think I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna wait. And I'm gonna wait my turn until the owner's son.
You gonna wait and they giving you the job offer? Boston giving you the job offer.
That's his answer, man.
That's my answer.
They give you the job offer.
Okay,
I was just clarifying.
They're giving me a job offer, but I'm uncertain of the terrain in Boston.
And you had to perform in Boston.
And I got to perform in Boston. I really don't have any experience. I don't.
If you thought you were under a microscope in Atlanta, you're going to be under a bigger one in Boston.
Oh boy,
in Atlanta, I know the son of the owner. Him and I are real good friends now, and
you got his ear.
I just wait my turn. My turn will come. So I'm gonna wait.
There you go.
And all you got to do is
hold on, Jay. You answer. Go ahead, Maurice. Let everybody get in. And I'll be last.
Man, I think Marion said it, the way he said it, it was man. It's kind of like I really what he said is right. If you're a Landry, okay, I guess I gotta say if I was Landry Fields at that time, and somebody in Boston is offering me, first I'm gonna respect like everybody said the order of things matter. So much as if I disapprove of Travis Slink, I won't want nobody to do me like that. I personally wouldn't want to backdoor, anybody or try to say, hey, he don't know what he's doing. I'm not saying he did it. So I don't know. I guess I would just take the road of I don't have the experience. That's why Marion's right. I probably would stay there, kind of keep my mouth closed, kind of listen, learn, see what's going on. But I wouldn't try to do any bad as far as, to Slink, as far as like putting his name out there. And I'm not saying he's did it because I wasn't there. But I'm saying if that was happening, that's not good. You see what I'm saying? That makes
3 years. 3 years though. I just want 3 years.
We know.
Maurice, 3 years.
You finished, Maurice?
All right.
I
just want to make it clear. Like people,
pretty much what Marion said. I would stay there knowing that things are probably going to be in shambles. Just looking at everything. If you're good at what you do, and you're seeing this and that, and things are not looking right, you possibly have a chance. Yeah, be a politician. Unfortunately, you have to be a politician in that circumstance because things are not going to go.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Now I would like in the perfect world, I would like to do this, but that y'all didn't ask me that, so I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, I would say what Marion said, just to give you a long answer.
All right, John, you still sticking what you said. You was good, right? You answered the question, right? You good, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, RTD. Then I'm gonna go after him. Go ahead. All right.
I mean, I liked all the points. Do what?
You went. You go ahead. You broke up.
Go ahead. I was asking with the Darian go.
Yeah, Darren went.
I mean, kind of piggybacking off what Marion said, like if I'm in like, because if I'm like this with the owner's son, and he's telling me, oh man, this is going down, that's my best opportunity to get into a better spot. Now, if he took the Boston deal, he probably would have made more money. He probably would have been more successful. I mean, heck, he would be walking around with a ring right now. But at the same time, if he took the Boston job, you're under a heavy microscope. The team's been successful without you as the head or the general manager. Like, I'm obviously taking the easier / faster route. So kind of piggyback off what Marion said. If I was Landry, I would have probably stuck with the Hawks.
Okay, cool. Matt, show your face because I'm gonna answer now. Show your face.
All right, hold on. I gotta plug in my.
Yeah, look you dead in the eye.
All right, go ahead.
Show your face. Show your face. Show your face, man. You know how we do over here.
Foot want to see. Hey, he want to see you, huh?
Show your face. Let me tell you, Matt hid his face for a reason. Show your face, Matt. Come on.
Wait.
All right, there you go.
Hold
all
on,
right.
It's froze.
So
wait a minute, it's froze.
It won't froze. You good now? Show your face. All right. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Answer my question. If Landry was offered that position, yeah, I'm gonna go to Boston. If he was offered. All right, that's my answer. Number 2,
exactly.
He wasn't offered that position. He wasn't offered that position.
Agree.
No, hold on. He wasn't offered that position. Let's get that straight, right? And he interviewed, right? He wasn't offered the position
twice,
right? It don't matter. Was he offered the position?
Because he took the job here.
No. I said yes or no question. Was he offered the position? Yes or no?
No, they couldn't.
All right then. All right, so we got that because you made the comment he was offered position. Hold on, I'm talking now, bro.
That could be a smoke screen too.
Right. So he wasn't offered the position, right? So what? If you just said
because
stop. Answer the direct question.
But they said they didn't hire him because he got promoted in Atlanta.
Matt, it's my turn. It's my time, right? He wasn't offered the position. I don't care how you slice it because of your speculation. He was not offered the position, number one. That's why I say if he was, I'm gone, right? But like Mary and everybody else said, they wouldn't be in the championship like that if he was a GM, right? Because he wouldn't have made those moves the way he made the way.
He wouldn't have gotten Derek White, Drew Holiday. Yeah,
he wouldn't have made that move, right? So again, let's just clear that up. Was he offered the position? He's not the GM. I'm speculating like you do. I'm speculating he would have made that move. So he wasn't offered that position.
I'm not
adding, Matt, goddamn, man, can I talk? You keep adding this what if, coulda, shoulda, woulda, speculating, right? Stop speculating so much. It didn't happen. right? Even some of the stuff you said, what happened with the front office because of this, they did it because of this. And you ain't came with no quotes other than basic stuff we already know. You speculating a lot of this stuff that happened in the background. And even when they've told you what happened, right? Even though it came out, they had to correct some stuff because they got put on Front Street. Oh, I'm not talking about it. They got put on Front Street for what they had to say that happened because they couldn't dance around that whole situation anymore, right? That's why they wound up still paying him until he went and got the Washington job, right? So again, Landry, in my whole thing, the whole front office was like somebody. It's a mess. You had cool going on. You had all this other stuff going on. The front office is messed up. And get Quinn time, get Landry time. Hell no. Quinn has more power than you can lead on to. Period, point blank. And that's
he
fact.
has
That's not me
power.
speculating.
I said that he has some power. He does not have the power. That's the
dude. I already told you who has the power.
Hang on, we're not saying. Hang on. No, I don't think any of us are saying.
No, I got it.
Marion, what did that man say Saturday?
He had all the power.
What did that man say Saturday, Marion?
You see what I'm saying?
Quinn has final
I thought y'all said he had final say. Y'all didn't say he had final say.
Quinn has final say.
So basically, Landry.
Matt, hold on. Matt say he doesn't.
Matt said he doesn't. That's not what the radio guy said.
He does not.
You don't. How do you know, Matt?
Hang
on. I don't know who that radio guy is.
Landry going out. So is Landry going? So y'all help me. So Matt, is Landry going out checking for the players and they're bringing it back? Well, we're supposed to do this anyway. You're bringing it back to the coach and saying, "Hey, we see this player, that player." He's giving you some type of dynamic, like saying, "Hey, I need this type of player."
So hey, Maurice, it's been all three of them. It's been Quinn, it's been Wrestler, and Landry going to scouting. Or at least they did when they went to see Ricochet.
So see, okay.
The way that it's been
on the way. Okay.
The way that it's been
Marion, what did that man say, Marion? What did that man say? I'm trying to pin him down to find out what was going on, because see, now you got this former post-game announcer that's now your vice president of pro scouting. He doesn't even do his job. I'm asking him, what is a man's job? Why in the world do you have that man as a scout, vice president of scouting? It's just like that lady that's supposed to be vice president of development or whatever. Well, Matt, you said she was the equivalent of the analyst, after game analyst that they hired for the pros. She's supposed to be the doggone rookie scout.
Well, John, politically, I'm gonna say something. They got that position so he can type the information. See, they probably don't want to do that work. So he's doing all the paperwork and putting all the profiles together.
So you're talking about the lady Tori, John?
Yeah.
I mean, he or she.
She's in charge. She's
so
in
both
charge
of them typing. Hey, Maurice, both of them typing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going. I'm not going to.
Yeah, let's not go there, guys. Come on now.
I didn't mean I didn't mean it like that. No, don't y'all get me in trouble now. No, I'm saying like, hey.
I say it. Both of them type.
Hang on. We're gonna be on the wrong side of YouTube here, guys. Come on now.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Because see, the thing is, now look, this is one thing people got to hold on. This is one thing people got to understand. If I hire you for a job and your job carries a title, I expect for you to do everything that position entails. If you are the vice president of scouting, male, female, the interloper, whatever the hell you are, you need to do your job. I'm holding you responsible to do your job. That's why I was asking this man Saturday, why do you have a man in charge of scouting and he's not doing that job? No, it don't work like that. No, it don't work like that. Excuse me. If you doing that job, I'm holding you responsible for doing your job, because the first thing that we as fans are going to ask, say for instance, the team gets tired after 3 quarters. Who do we go to? The strength and conditioning coach, male, female, or whatever. Same thing about the general manager, same thing about scouting, same thing about any position concerning this team. What are you doing? Why is he still here? Why is this happening? Okay? So it's not a situation where I'm calling anybody out because of gender or whatever. You in the job, you occupy the job. You're in the job. I'm holding you responsible for the job.
John, are you saying, John, are you saying you don't think she's doing a good job in being in charge of the college scouting department?
Obviously. How long has she had the job now? How long she had the job?
1 year. A year.
Who is this
year.
person? Let me check this. Who is the person?
Because the junk. Okay,
Tory
the
Miller.
junk that I have on my bench, the junk that's down there in the G League, no, they ain't doing a good job.
A year. So the Kobe Buffkin draft.
1 year. I don't care. Look. If you got the
Is that
job,
not a
you're
good
supposed to
draft?
hit the ground running.
That's not a good draft.
No, I haven't seen them. I don't know whether that's a good draft or not. Okay, and I definitely know, the previous people. Now that you said that this lady's been here 1 year, I definitely know the previous people who were doing the scouting. No.
I thought you said Travis was doing a great job.
No. The previous, who was the previous people? Who were the previous before this lady got hired for college scouting?
Is it Tory Miller?
Who was the previous person?
Personnel?
Yes.
Okay, and basketball intelligence. Okay.
Say what?
Player personnel and basketball intelligence, Tory Miller.
Basketball. Wait a minute. You can't say those words and the Atlanta Hawks in the same sentence. I'm sorry. No. That your tongue ought to fall right off.
Yes.
Yo, man.
I think she's done.
Hey, John, not playing around, huh?
I think she did a great job last year. I think she did a great job last year. And obviously, we'll see what she does this year.
Great job.
Hang on. Kobe and Mo Gay are good players. The only reason why you probably didn't see him, John, is because they were injured most, if not half the year.
Well, and know what? Our TD.
What's up, boss?
That's the issue I have. I mean, like, what's going on with the injuries, man? Like that's one reason why I want Sarr in itself. I don't want anybody. I don't want anybody in the first top 5 that's been lingering around with injuries. I think Atlanta's. We gotta stop that, man.
I get that. But I mean, we don't know. We don't know.
I know, but I'm saying going off of history. Like Griffin. I'm not trying to call Griffin out, but Griffin had injuries. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know what? Now, I'm gonna say something else.
I do it if I'm Boston. If I'm the Celtics and I just won a championship, I'm taking somebody who fell down, and now, hey, we don't have nothing to lose.
See, with all that, you're right. If you have the history, you can take risks.
Hey, check this out.
The Hawks have kind of had a good history with drafting Trae Young, DeAndre Hunter to an extent. Granted, he's had his own issues.
Hey,
Jalen Johnson.
He's a pretty good pick.
I'm finna jump off.
All right, Foot.
Hey, I'm finna go.
Well,
my neighbor
we
runs
got to
for
carry
straight
this in the
Senate.
back.
So
I thank y'all for.
All right, Foot. Oh, Matt, you shutting it down?
John, don't go nowhere. I got to talk for a second, John.
Oh, hey, I'm about to end the stream. My bad. I'll holler at y'all.
We're still gonna be backstage. We're still gonna be backstage.
I thought we were. Hello.
We're good.
Okay.
I know you did.
We're still on, by the way.
Wait 1 second.
But I'm just going to continue on while Matt's doing his thing.